DeMonte Williams, short, Cockburn. Boy, he is just too big in there, Stephen. You see the size advantage he has over the Aggies.
Points early for Ohio. Tough catch and shoot. And the rebound to guess who? DeMonte Williams from the guard position. Dosunmu lobbing inside for Cockburn and a two-hand stuff.
That Kofi Cockburn is an elite runner. Ever since he stepped foot on campus, and that's the end result. Forced a tough attempt that time, fighting over screens.
Here's Cockburn against Foster, bullying his way to the bucket, and he'll get an and one.
Michigan State, who just won in Cameron Indoor Stadium last night, is projected to be the number 14. What a block by Cockburn.
Well, we've seen some great shot fakes in this game. Up top and slamming it home is Cockburn, the assist to Curbelo.
Cockburn just in that dunk spot.
By 4. If you want to slow down the Illini, you got to keep the big fella out of the dunk spot. Now they get Cockburn free inside and a chance for 3.
The last minute or so for the Gophers. Curbelo, what a spin move, and then dish to his teammate Cockburn, who dunks it home. My goodness.
I did. Did you say Tara Vandiver celebrates by walking her dogs and playing the piano in the dark?
You know, Tara is not, she's not a real attention hog. She doesn't like the spotlight.
In this case, he can dunk it with his ear. Even if you can't hardly jump, doesn't matter. Give it your best jump.
He stuffs another shot at the rim on this end. Loose ball.
If you're Minnesota fan, or even us, you hate to see a kid struggle like this.
Curbelo dishes to Cockburn, and he dunks right on top of Robbins.
Keep saying it, Dave. Young, big kids. I don't care if you can't dunk and you're in 8th grade. Best jump. Best jump gets you and ones and gets you buckets. And then you can go to the party and dance. So he slid a little bit in setting the screen.
That's his second personal, by the way, which could be key. We'll see how much he plays as Cockburn goes bulldozing by for 2.
Yeah, he can't handle Cockburn.
There's Dredd. Not in trouble, got rid of it to Lundy. Seth Lundy weaving inside. Cockburn says no.
Nobody home to help out on the defensive glass.
Cockburn one-on-one inside against Buttrick, and that was easy. He had great position when he got that lob from Dosunmu.
Missing in their last game in the loss against Rutgers.
That was 81-76 that they lost that game. And Cockburn taking 1-on-4 to the basket. Late shot clock, top of the arc. That's a long 2, and another miss for the Boilers. Little alley-oop inside, beautifully executed. Curbelo finding Cockburn and Matt Painter.
Putting scoring runs on you. The big fella being rewarded for running the floor. Excellent look by Curbelo to get his big man involved. The Illini starting to heat up here.
Inside they go to Edey. Edey tried to dunk it, but Cockburn stayed strong. Curling in Dosunmu, there you go. 2 of the best players in the country teaming up now as well.
Really great action right here with a banana curl around the down screen. And Ayo keeps his head up and leads the big fellow right to the rim.
Still waiting the final media timeout. Little lob up top, and what a beauty. 6th assist now for Andre Curbelo.
And then you got to make a decision, Williams. Can't guard both.
Northwestern, you can't allow the Illini to go on a run. That 3 could have started at Cockburn with the offensive rebound, the putback, and maybe a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. In the paint, tough pass. Frazier, deep 2, no. Cockburn offensive board, pulling his way to the rim, bucket and a foul.
It's like 6 steps.
Yeah, but no whistle, and now over the top there's Cockburn, bucket and the foul. So there you go, Rob. Right inside to Cockburn, and he has the first 5 for Illinois. Against Illinois, he's got 3 straight 20-point performances. And Miller, who also has been playing well as of late, knocks down the 3.
Attention being paid to Kofi Cockburn.
Last 5 games, he's heating. Trying to attack the rim, but Cockburn able to reject Hara.
Going. John Hara going upstairs. Cockburn denying it. He certainly has his hands full, but did a nice job. Kofi Cockburn going over to contest, and nobody comes and blocks out Tabila.
And you get a chance to play against one of the nation's best, you elevate.
Oh, Garza got hung up on the rim that time, got past Cockburn, and here's Dosunmu in the open floor all the way end to end for the 2.
6'8" wing, developing with the G League Ignite, kind of in that 3-and-D mold. Reminds you a little bit of a young Jaylen Brown at times.
Oh, Kofi Cockburn with a great catch and then a strong move to the basket. Cockburn, great position. Missed it again, and this time dunks it home with a foul. Oh, boy. 7-0 run. Illinois hadn't scored in 4 minutes. We've had 18 fouls called in the first 12 minutes of this half. Cockburn, nice move, another dunk with a foul.
Slide away from the defense. Watch this. Jackson Davis that side. Shoot. And then his best jump. This is what I'm talking about Jackson Davis needs to do. Watch how Cockburn gathers himself, spins. I think they talk about that enough when you talk about Cockburn. You talk about his dunking, you know, his size running the floor, but defensively.
And offensively, he's not bad either. An excellent feed from Dosunmu.
I know this sounds crazy of his foot speed, but he has better foot speed over Cockburn.
Oh, what a spin by Kofi using leverage to spin off Reavers. He's got 6.
I can do better, says Kofi Cockburn. Does a great job getting the dribble above the block and then the spin move.
Starts with him at practice. He has practiced better, and he said, I've never seen a guy who practices poorly as Cockburn throws it down again and not show up on the court. Kofi Cockburn showing up on the court in a big way with 21 points.
Wasn't back. See him right there at the bottom of your screen. You can't do.
And the Huskers stretch the lead back to 6.
And shooting 19% from behind the line on the year.
Dosunmu the lob to Cockburn, the reach and the 2-hand flush. First point.
The 3-point shooting with his ability to use a fan dribble here. Good job by Dosunmu putting up high where only really not a whole lot of discernible evidence there.
So a 3-point lead after the 2. Dosunmu, Williams in the corner. Oh, what? Cockburn with a 2-hand flush.
Andre battling Cockburn down there. They come over to, there's a breakdown in communication, but that was made possible because of the fake right here. Boom, 2 players fly by. You put it right in the breadbasket of Cockburn, and he sends it in. Demonte Williams, I got to tell you, he's one of my kind of with their back to Allen, who was dribbling right up the floor, and he took it right at Cockburn.
Dosunmu around the Cockburn. Into the alley-oop from Ayo to Kofi.
Them pay, and speaking of making you pay, why pay retail when you can get it wholesale at the rim?
Brand, I'm going to go back years ago. Here in Williams Arena, Illinois was coming in under Bill Self to win a Big Ten title. Frank Williams.
And here comes Mashburn Jr. And Cockburn recovering for the rejection.
Well, look how fast Ayo did. Whoa!
Oh, that was pretty.
You know, young guys want to battle, they want to play. But sometimes you may need to take him out.
And look at Illinois. They're just attacking inside. A 6-0 run to start the second half.
Go ahead and pull the guys together and just warn them first before teching them up.
Yeah, I hear you on that. As Cockburn scores, he's fouled.
One of the 2 here.
Corbello up top. Wow! What a feed. Corbello to Kofi. Standout from Auto Owners Insurance.
I mean, the hook pass, knowing where to put it to where only Kofi Cockburn could go get it. You see the athleticism and ability.
Picking up the slack for the injured Dosunmu. Keeping the ball on a string. Now into Cockburn. And about the best position he's had all night, Jay. And it pays off.
A double team. And Cockburn. Second effort plus the foul.
Hey, you're talking a 7-footer. That tells you how good that conference is. When Michigan State under 500 can go in there. You can't let that ball in that easily. They're getting the ball inside early in this game. We're too easy. Watch this entry right here. He's got good post position. He's got good footwork. And he goes up strong. I said earlier.
Around the arc, Dosunmu drains another one. Illinois 6 of 10 from long range after this last one.
Watch Ayo Dosunmu on the left side of your screen. He's already set. Once he catches, he goes right to his shooting motion. Plenty just let go of.
Yeah, he had to take a step back and prep for NBA threes, and another one drops down. Dosunmu with 11.
Man decided to come back to Champaign and try to win a national championship. If he keeps shooting like this, Illinois chances, I like him.
O'Gill, not too shabby.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Late shot clock. Here goes Dosunmu again. He takes it right at the big fella Damoud at 7 feet. The Illini career high 28 yesterday, and he's got the steal here. Looking for 2 more. He might get 3 more.
Got really good looks. His teammates were looking for him early in the shot clock.
Adam Miller from deep can't get it to go, and nobody would get the rebound. It Karams to Dosunmu. He knows what to do.
You got to bring your own energy in these situations. And Ohio's ready.
Dosunmu with the crossover gets it in the paint. That finger roll is so pretty. Brings it down the floor. The cross-court skip to Roderick. His 3 is short, and Cockburn will start it up the floor. Here's Dosunmu. Wriggles his way to the basket and an and-one opportunity.
Kofi Cockburn leading the break, giving up to Dosunmu, and look at the strides, Kevin.
Dosunmu down the left side of the lane. That's not going to go, but he stays with it. Got his own rebound. 3-point game. Tie game.
What was your alliteration line?
A lot of alliteration.
A lot of alliteration.
Anchorman placed in powerful posts.
Frazier to Dosunmu to lay it in, and Illinois has the lead.
Because they feel every day John's got better feet and can cover more ground.
And it'll go. Bucket and a chance for 3.
Well, he looks great. Kalsher does shooting the ball. He's only shooting 16%. How quick is that?
Going in, and meanwhile you miss a 3, and Dosunmu, you blink, and he's got a bucket at the other end.
Well, they haven't taken very good shots. No, it's not. And Miller took a bad shot there.
Carr, not a good pass. Frazier, great bounce pass. Dosunmu lays it in.
Ayo Dosunmu, who very easily could be the Big Ten Player of the Year, depending on how things go for Luka Garza and Iowa, among others. He gives it up there to get an open look for 3 from the wing, and it's 5-0 Illinois. Williams, they go 4 around in the guard spot for Brett Underwood, his best team so far at Illinois. And Williams cans the jumper. It's a strong start for the Illini.
Jump while Johnson made 2 or 3 efforts.
Now Dosunmu wants to go to town, do it himself. Cockburn, no. That's good for Dosunmu, and a foul.
When you bring it up, you feel more involved if you're Ayo Dosunmu. You see the help there. Nobody blocks Dosunmu out. He's bigger.
Half points. It was Jones early, Brockington late, and Dosunmu off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped right back to him. He gets the bucket and the foul.
How about the 50-50 balls, though? We talked about this earlier. Kofi Cockburn's effort keeps that ball.
Miller said ever since he came in for Al Durham with the injured ankle against Stanford, picked up some confidence, and he's kind of taken off ever since. Dosunmu runner in the lane. Pretty. Oh, that's really nice. Alloway got in there with Cockburn, realized that was a bad mistake, and now it's a 2-on-1. And Dosunmu lays it in, and he's fouled.
Right there, I think Jackson Davis was surprised by that pass. Good job of getting it over to Dosunmu, who finishes. I think I hit it across the head there by Aljamain Durham.
Before you got to cancel it. And Cockburn defensively again. Dosunmu. Catch and shoot it just like that. Illinois is back in front. Timeout, Indiana. Into the shot clock. Dosunmu could have to heave it up. Got it off. Knocked it in, and Illinois has their largest lead at 6. The most interesting of the day.
Yeah, Rob Fennessy doing a good job trying to get the loose ball. Shot clock.
Dosunmu drive and kick. Williams. Back out for Dosunmu. Ayo Dosunmu, 4 3-pointers, 28 points.
Monte Williams is shaken free a couple times, but besides that, they've been very solid.
Nice block, Ayo Dosunmu.
Pushed ahead on the miss. Here comes Barron. Barron in traffic. That's blocked away by Miller. Dosunmu in the open floor. The runner using the window. The three is good. Ayo Dosunmu with the three.
15 points that he averages this year.
A great sign for Maryland. Dante Scott just one of his last 7 from 3. He just wanted to go right there.
Dosunmu with a hard take.
Really does a nice job of running the floor and stopping. Strong move. Dosunmu talking about shooting percentage. They got to get him up, Tim. They've only made one. They won 4.
Good wraparound maneuver that time, and Dish skip past that time. Out to Williams. And a 3-ball corner pocket for Ayo.
They're going to need him tonight to step up with no C.J. Frederick out with a lower leg injury once again. Dosunmu off the fake. Pass ball Hannon for the flush. Look at this dunk one more time from Dosunmu.
Nice up fake and then explodes inside the paint.
I think they talk about that enough when you talk about Cockburn. You talk about his dunking, his size running the floor, but defensively.
And offensively, he's not bad either. An excellent feed from Dosunmu. And Dosunmu with a steal. Headed to the other end. Dosunmu with a one-hand flush. Dosunmu the crossover. Driving against Davis to the rim. Count it. One more to come at the line.
They got a fresh clock there. That was huge. Really helped Dosunmu get this ball. Look at that off the wrong foot. That's how special he is. He makes you speed up. Ayo and Illinois up 7 here in Champaign.
On the drive, Curbelo Walker came over to close that off. Here's Dosunmu with 7 to shoot. Frazier backs out for 3, and that one falls. Back-to-back threes after a cold start for the Illini. And the Huskers stretch the lead back to 6.
And shooting 19% from behind the line on the year.
Dosunmu the lob to Cockburn, the reach and the two-hand flush. First point.
The proper angle, one more dribble to the right would have given a better opportunity for Bashanesvili to continue to ride Woodrow Ogo up the lane.
And Dosunmu got a hand on it, tipped back. Oh, nice push ahead by Curbelo on a one-hand flush for Ayo.
Ayo Dosunmu, we talked about his ability to score, also very active on the defensive end of the floor. Good play by the freshman Curbelo, who has been the most important player here in the early going for the visiting.
Plucks it out of the air. Look at the push from the freshman Curbelo, trying to split 2 defenders. The underhanded Dosunmu, and oh my, a poster! Presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Well, he's known as one of the best finishers, not just in the conference, but in the country, and he also had some help. Wonderful job by Williams. You saw him at the bottom of your screen. That occupied the initial. Cockburn playing with 4.
Here's Frazier. The ball fake back to Dosunmu for 3. Straight on 3. Straight on money.
Look for DeMonte Williams. Come up. Oh, they're going to do Trent Frazier. He's just going to let it fly.
Oh! Wow! From 7 feet behind the arc. This one from the parking lot. Top of the conference, top 10 in the country. What a transfer from Drake he has been for Richard Pitino. And now we're getting turnovers everywhere. Miller, Dosunmu to the bucket.
That's the quickness of the Illini, turning the hot hand. Nice pass ahead. Ayo Dosunmu with a nice flush. Best guard in college basketball at the rim. Yeah, I'll let the record speak for itself on that.
Trying to lob it over the top, and Cockburn off the window.
Got to go. 5 on the shot clock.
This is dose time.
Oh, same time. Same move. Same result.
Oh, my. That's an All-American right there.
Yes, it is.
Michigan State, pick your spots.
And Brown off the window, can't get that to go. 0 for 4 from the floor to start off for Michigan State. Dosunmu to the rim. And a 5-0 Illinois lead.
You just can't have this. You got to turn around sooner. First of all, see the ball, see your man. That's just a basic what you.
Cockburn pops out and he throws it away. Langford with the intercept. Langford on the push. The step through, and Dosunmu there to block it away.
Tonight getting back defensively.
before the Indiana-Purdue game was over. So when we came on the air, if you were an Illini fan, you might have been wondering where Trent Frazier was, and you've been wondering where Ayo Dosunmu is. Well, he's back.
I'll tell you what, the Heat finds. He spots the opening. There it is right there. Attacks that basket. I mean, he and Corbello can really
want to play fast. They just can't. Moultrie on the last triple for the Eagles. Garza with about as easy of a bucket as he'll have this season. Second meeting between these two programs. They played in 2017. It was a 91-60 win for Iowa. And Luka Garza's got that in his arsenal too, Jess.
To keep him off the glass, try to double team him on the post. And oh, by the way, big fella, get out on the perimeter and guard him from the NBA range. Look at the range.
That Southern played yesterday. Of course, the opponent is a lot different today, but this is not their first time on the parquet floor of Carver Hawkeye.
They can power, so he's already got you beat, gets you up in the air, goes through the defender, and draws the foul. But Chris,
to be a lead on defense too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You play against so many of these tremendous players and future pros, you have to be able to guard. And look, Chris, it only took him 3.5 years to break the record. It took me 6, so he's a lot better player.
Another paint touch to Garza with a right hand and a chance for a three-point play. Boy, is he asserting himself early, Luka Garza.
Seen in the Big Ten in a lot of years. I mean, this is a very difficult shot. Not quite. They're not playing for themselves. I mean, Luka's the man right now, and they keep feeding him, and he's putting up historic numbers. But the rest of the guys are getting him the ball, and that's playing into what their strategy is. The Iowa Hawkeyes, that's just how you do it. And look, there's the Dirk Nowitzki.
Iowa working on things and working on that pressure defense. Garza with great help in forcing another turnover. Frederick going the other way. Toussaint finish with the layup.
The zone has really affected Iowa State. It's kept them on the perimeter. It's stagnated them, and this is going in.
Yeah, you called it, Robbie. Right on cue. Look at him.
This dude is on fire.
On the wing, Crump. The Huskies are long and lean, not the beef to contend with a Garza, but they have athleticism on cue. But Garza wipes it away.
Again, this is probably the Achilles heel of the Iowa defense. The man-to-man D when they get put in ball screens. Luka can't do everything, but at the offensive end, he gets it back.
The reload here. Who else underneath?
Yeah, it takes 3 guys up.
Here's Garza. Gathers. Count the bucket and a foul.
Trevion Williams, and look at the little right arm he gives right there. Just enough to push off, not a foul, but you get some momentum going to the basket. I think the defensive end is the big question mark. Can they guard? And tonight, Connor McCaffrey's going to get whatever he wants. He's going to have opportunities, but Luka Garza, you have got to keep him off the offensive glass.
Gillis has hit his last 11 field goal attempts. First one tonight. Garza, the 3. That falls. The answer from Luka Garza. He's got 13.
So here is Garza spinning around Robbins, and he lays it in.
He is such a tough cover, and right there gets one-on-one coverage. The whole side all to himself.
Garza just being hounded, but he finds Murray inside. Nice feed there. Wieskamp over Enan. Left it short. Garza, though, does get the rebound and the lay. Was fortunate to maintain possession. Shot clock under 10. Knocked away by Garza. Here comes Toussaint. McCaffrey lays it in.
It tells you that they're very well coached, but you know, it also tells me, Jason, that they like each other. There's no ego, and they know how to play.
Garza falling away. That's NBA look right there. The one leg fall away. Harper help from Wieskamp. Garza got a hand on it. Offensive rebound is up and no good as Caleb McConnell is ready to play for the first time as well. We see Mamadou Decore off the bench first. Luka Garza against Reaver. Garza off the pirouette. That is absolutely brilliant for the tie and the lead possibly after we come back.
That is just so good. It's so good, Dan.
What?
Garza.
Oh,
that's so good.
It's fun to be involved.
That is taken by Bohannon, who is scoreless in the game, but Iowa leads by 6. Maryland's gone nearly 7 minutes without a point, and Garza's just going to work on the feed for Keegan Murray.
Ties the game at 4. Garza, and one the other way.
Because if you don't, this is what happens.
And Steven
got his confidence up and stepped up big time on that 3 there.
Garza after the shot fake. All alone, Joe Toussaint, and Garza found it.
Chris, they're right here. Pump fake. Nice pass. Luka Garza doing everything but selling posters at halftime. Gabe Kalsher have got to give the Gophers some contributions on the offensive end.
Luka Garza, he almost knew that was going in from the moment he let it go. Garza heading right his way.
Well, you talk about Garza.
On the road, Michigan had a little trouble yesterday. Robbins was terrific in that game. Hard double.
Kick, Frederick. Smooth-looking delivery. He's got perfect mechanics on that J.
End up with good corner jumpers with good ball movement. The key is rebounding.
Jack Nunji is in. The jumper from Luka Garza.
Pet knock off Butler just a moment ago. My name is Kevin Kugler alongside Nick Bach. A three-pointer from Aaron Henry, the only scoring we've seen in the first minute and 15 in this game, as Garza passing out of the double team to McCaffrey, and he'll get one more at the line. For 4 from deep as Henry's got 8. Garza running right to the block and got a terrific feed from the corner. He'll go to the line for one more.
Getting some extended minutes with C.J. Frederick having 3 fouls. Frederick's been limited to 9 minutes. And Garza gets
Boy, Luka Garza just put Miles Johnson in the weight room.
Coach McCaffrey, weak side, wide open 3. Connor Mack, no, short. Garza in there, rebound and stick back, plus the foul. So Joey Hauser transferred from Marquette. Both he and his brother backdoor C-Mac. Nicely done for Iowa. Langford inside Hauser. Goes to the other side. Blocked, and Garza got hit in the face.
And just hard work. A lot of people thought maybe he was pros, just played overseas, but he decided to come back to Iowa. They're certainly happy to have him. I guess he is what you call a big man on campus. I say, well, you can do Garza, I can do it too. Just not as
Garza sets the screen, wastes no time. He's got
Are you
another
serious? Are you serious, Luka?
Seen already in the first half for Luka Garza.
As Mr. Garza stepping out, showing that great touch, great follow through, great release.
Garza for 3. That rolls in. A moment ago, it was a 6-point lead only for Iowa, and then back-to-back threes, Wieskamp and Garza pushed the lead right back up to 12.
Opportunity to get sorted out because the transition came to a stop for a second, but how about the response from Penn State? You had a flurry from Iowa, and they weathered the storm.
The 10th straight ended by Luka Garza's 3rd field goal. He's got 6.
It's a nice little crossover, going up with his right hand on the left side.
Garza gets free and dunks it down. 9 points for Luka Garza. Iowa regains the lead. In game 1, Sessum's getting it done. And Garza, 5 points away. Knockout from Hara. Yeah. Open it up for Wheeler to come in and grab it. Jones downhill, blocked from behind by Garza. His body's hit the deck everywhere.
Shooter and never turns the ball over. Smith tried to dump it off for Davis. It's deflected away, and it's Iowa ball.
Hey, one thing Michigan's doing, they're coming out on the 3-point shooter, going to make them try to beat them off the bounce.
And shooting it at 46% from downtown. Toussaint tried the shake and bake. Kick. Luka Garza, a 3.
Bohannon with 4 threes tonight. Garza launching from deep, and for Luka Garza, his first 3.
I don't even know how much you have to guard in the NBA.
It's a fair point.
Come on now.
There is Garza with his 146th career block. And Potter has 8 off the bench to lead the way for Wisconsin. Garza answers right back with his first 3.
The bigs battling. Garza, NBA range.
Battling for it, somehow got the rebound. The kick to Frederick. Davison went up top with Trice. That's loose to Bohannon, who finds Garza.
rebound. I mean, this is just, it's an unfortunate play because Wisconsin was in position. They just couldn't secure it. And
Iowa regains the lead on the Tucson bucket. Now the Badgers in action, and Garza getting involved on defense with the rejection of Davis. Oh, they left Bohannon for three, and it's good.
Tucson, a jump shooter, is just too strong and too quick.
It's the opening day of the 2020-2021 season. The Buckeyes in the home whites, and a good sign early. Chris Holtman telling us this team will go as far as its backcourt takes them. That's C.J. Walker and the aforementioned Duane Washington. And E.J. Liddell, count it, +1. 7-0 run by the Buckeyes to open things up. They're going back down into Liddell, who kicks it out. Three-pointer by Sewing is good.
Very well over. But Liddell finding Sewing, who's able to knock down the 3-ball. 5 for Liddell, 5 for Sewing. OSU up 10-0 early. Thing about the team that won the national championship, they only played 7 to 8 guys. Now Tony Bennett has the luxury of playing up to 10 more guys. And that is going to be very important for this season, as we talked about earlier.
Teams are going to still play, and you have to understand that as Sewing continues to clean up. He's got 19 now.
Holtman was very adamant in saying, hey, we need to play to our identity. Seems like Ohio State's starting to find some of that identity this afternoon with what is going to be a big win. And a great block ended by E.J. Liddell. Their 8 points, I should say, in their defense. Able to get them out in front. There's E.J. Liddell, high off the glass. Losing battle with Purdue. Deontay Williams nearing a triple-double. Zeki backs in. Good by Liddell. Big to big. E.J. spins it in.
He's balanced again. Both clubs so adroit. Oh, and all of a sudden, nobody protects the basket. They got back.
Put a perimeter player on him. He's going to do what he can in terms of imposing his will.
Now Walker to Liddell.
And then a beautiful wraparound pass by C.J. Walker. And Liddell with the finish.
So 13-point lead for Rutgers. Liddell just putting his head down into Johnson, and that is 3 on Miles Johnson.
Cleared the side out. Liddell goes strong. Elbow. Clears out. And
Johnson on the bench with 4 fouls. Mathis had it blocked away. For Harper for the 5th time this year, 11th time in his career.
They're going to put Miles Johnson in that pick and roll action.
Robbie Barron on the floor for Northwestern. Once again, he tried to wind up for a dunk.
Big boy basketball. If you're going to drive the basket and drive the lane, you know there's going to be a shot blocker coming. That's great defense by E.J. Liddell. I mean, great defense.
Liddell, the pump and drive, and the finish off glass.
That's the question right now.
Liddell gets inside and puts it home.
To knock that down, that's a pretty shot. Wow.
Nebraska cannot snap that scoring drought. Meanwhile, 6 players have scored for Ohio State, and they've got 12 points in the paint. E.J. Liddell.
Oh, of course, you got to try.
You might be that one guy that gets the call reversed. E.J. Liddell, nothing to reverse there. He thunders one through the cylinder. Here is our Big Ten standout, brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. A little bit of a double clutch there on the dunk.
Yeah, and showing you he's got some hops in is the most critical juncture of a game. You set the tone moving forward for the rest of the game, and Ohio State really put their stamp on this game.
1 for 6 from 3, 1 for 9 in field goal territory in that game. Nashburn getting challenged. What a block from Liddell.
Nashburn going in, and that's a freshman. So my thought bubble was answered.
It's concrete now. It's no longer a bubble. And the flush from E.J. Liddell.
Bounce, and E.J. Liddell, little curl and dunk. Catches Liam Robbins napping here.
Brandon, I tell you what, sometimes they look like a totally different team away from the rack than they do here.
And the answer on the other end.
Near as tall as Miles Johnson.
No, he sticks out in the engineering department. A steal and a pass up ahead of the easy dunk for E.J. Liddell. He's got a dozen to lead the Buckeyes. E.J. Walker out, they were relying on him. Nice pass, and Kyle Young with a flush.
Academically get him into the institution because he's supposed to be a senior in high school. And again, Liddell keeps just scorching the nylon.
And that's just too much room for him to have to try to, you know, to try to cover ground, and then he backs up. He just not.
Liddell, a step back tray. Wow. Picking up right where he left off. EJ.
You know about C.J. Walker. Jimmy Soto's out again today with a shoulder injury, and Abel Porter will not play because of a heart condition. Counted and one down low for Liddell.
That's earlier in this game, but watch how they go through the middle of the floor. Washington brings Potter right chest to chest, and by that time, it's way too late.
Inside, Liddell getting away from Dredd, kicking it out to Arns, but he can't get the shot off. Great pass, Walker to Liddell. The Auto Owners Insurance.
Look at the way he jumps out of the way from John Hara and just sets up E.J. Liddell. Hara was ready for that charge and gets caught standing there like a...
You've talked consistently about how hard they play. That was a trait of them under Pat Chambers, and it has just continued to be the same thing under Jim Ferry.
Great field, can run the point if they need it.
Suing the Cal transfer, first couple of years out in the Pac-12. Look at Liddell, puts it on the deck, and he's headed to the free throw line.
Pretty good performance at Rutgers. You couldn't say that about a whole lot of guys, but little pump, the move forward. This kid can really, look at the power in those legs. Goodness.
Feel the team, are the reps okay?
Well, then you go to your gym and you hope your guys are positive, too. In terms of the mentality, nice play again, Liddell, twice. Negating opportunities, getting deeper, playing with a lot of confidence. And when you got this force, undersized, but big time. Great action.
First three-pointer of the day. What a pass inside and a chance at three for Liddell.
My nephew
he
used
could
to
be
work
president
at
of the United States. Yeah. It didn't matter.
Yeah, my nephew used to work at Dairy Queen. He was the most popular guy in town for about a year.
What a block by Liddell. And they did it starting with their defense. Now screening the top of the zone.
Good pass.
Beautiful pass to Young.
So good. That's one of the things that I've found Chris Holtman's great at over the years.
Live into the shot clock slam. There's your exclamation mark.
The house down a little bit, Brandon. In your heyday, right? Maybe the dribble drive, but how about the punch at the rim? Liddell, not one of his great games, playing within himself. Big time catch.
Altogether. Chris Holtman was telling us today that one of the twos he attempted, as Hara has it blocked, one of the twos he attempted he thought was a three. Great pass by Liddell, and Chalo throws down the jam.
Take a look. Ball goes inside right here. Double starts to come. He recognizes it. Where the double comes from, that's where the cutter needs to go. And that's exactly what happened on that pass to Musa Jallow.
Directing traffic, gets the signals from the bench, and very active on the glass.
Outside, beautiful shot.
Tough
that
match.
was over Dickinson, huh?
Tough match, very tough match. Everybody's staying at home because of the outside shooting.
It's right inside there. Ball turned over, picked up by Liddell, and they go inside. Young with a fake, and he gets the two.
McCaffrey on Liddell. They've got to get some help here. I think his elevation and strength.
McCaffrey, versatile piece, and a fadeaway by E.J. Liddell. What a big jump he's made in his sophomore season.
On the floor, Chris Feeling was getting away from him a little bit. He does a great job getting in the lane. Nice entry pass here. Maybe a little off from the proper side, but why not the drop step and power? On some little laps here and there, which has cost them games, but this zone. That gives him a little rest, and that's been wide open. Nice little cut by Liddell again, and an ability to get a third. Well done out of the timeout by Chris Holtman's guys. Popped to that foul line. Just a little pump. They bite.
Be a major win for the Buckeyes if they can hang down and win it.
Washington wraps the pass around. Liddell. Score the basket plus the foul on Cockburn.
Sasha Stefanovic is locked in on Blake Lampman right now. He's not giving him any daylight. And here's Stefanovic on the other end. Better. We're going to do shell drill for the next 10 days. A great cut. A great pass. What a feed, Williams to Gillis. What it's like to where you sit out for a year and a half, 2 years, and try to find yourself as a player. It can be really difficult. You can see the cut, and Trevion Williams showing off that passing ability.
In the paint, that's Williams going underneath Malik McMillan, and there you go, Ben. So maybe some tired legs early on for Valpo's team in the first couple of games. Williams around Cricky underneath, off the glass, and good.
And some fresh faces on the floor for Purdue as you see true freshman Ethan Morton, number 25, in action, and Trevion Williams with a difficult move underneath.
Watch Trevion Williams pump fake to get the secondary defender off, goes underneath. I've been giving these guys credit as being a veteran officiating crew, but they're having a slow start tonight.
Williams off glass. Steven, it feels like he might be responding.
You want to see him come to the game and dominate. That's what Williams is doing so far.
Williams waits for the traffic to clear, and with authority, he hammers it home.
Yeah, he definitely needs to improve on certain things. And as we see him in the last play, what Matt Payne...
Nice pass. Trevion Williams, he can do that, can't he, Steven? He finds Brandon Newman.
Like a certain matchups and certain teams that players tend to play better against.
How about Trevion Williams? We're praising his passing. That time a no-look flip over the shoulder to Aaron Wheeler. Right into Williams. Double team and another no-look pass. This time he finds Mason Gillis.
He seems content to be Magic Johnson. No look over the head. And Mason Gillis is a recipient.
That worked. Nice spin. Oh. Williams, whoa, another circus shot. Trevion Williams doing it all. Interesting shots you will see tonight. It's a Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Trevion Williams has some paws. He's got some mitts. So he can do a lot of things with that rock.
The final 4 minutes, leading by 9. They've been up by as many as 14. Trevion Williams, he's been the leader tonight. 2 more right before the shot clock expires.
Trevion Williams. Now, Ohio State. Nope, that's why I'm not an official.
Some of the players here having families present, but it's, these young men are making it a definite sacrifice.
Now they're up against it with the shot clock. 5 to shoot. Hunter. Newman sets his feet. Fake. Williams with the offensive rebound and put back. And one.
You see Jacob Young walking to a 3 like that. That's a great sign for the Scarlet Knights.
Williams isolated. That patented over-the-head pass into the corner for Eric Hunter.
And he got through it and got the layup down. You don't see that very often.
Nice backdoor cut. Mason Gillis on the feed from Trevion Williams.
Illinois, they're playing freshmen. This is one of them.
Oh, great and a great pass by that freshman. Yeah, an even better block at the rim. Rejection.
Watch Trevion Williams. He had his back turned, turns around all of a sudden.
Make a patient move.
I mean, other than Henry, we've got 4 guys out there that have not been together at the same time. Gabe Brown, too. That's a nice move and a beautiful pass, too, from Williams. Williams on Kithier. That's a mismatch, and he'll take advantage. Count it. And a foul.
And you see exactly what Matt Painter's trying to do this half already. Williams, great read, though. You post up, you see the double come. Back out with the dribble and then go to work once you read the defense retreating.
You think about it. Ivy with a jump stop. Oh, great pass over Bingham. Counted and a foul. That was huge. Ivy with a beautiful pump fake. By the way, I love our new position here in the suite. We were sweet people always. There's Williams. Count it. And a foul. It goes against Julius Marble. There he is. Right on cue. Nothing but nylon for Trevion. State down one. Henry end to end. Off the front iron. The iron unkind. And Purdue steals one. On the road at Breslin.
What a play. Out of bounds under. That is one of the best out of bounds under plays you will see this entire season.
The 13-17 mark of the first half.
I said, beginning of this game, it's the year of the big. In a million years, you wouldn't think Purdue could come to this building, shoot 3 of 24 from three-point range, and win this game. But because they have a guy named Trevion Williams who finished 26 and 9, they pull it out.
Oh, he's a walking double-double. He was magnificent. I saw him and that an Indiana team in 76. There's Williams, counted and a foul out of the timeout. Beautifully done.
Really good actions and patience from Purdue on the offensive end. And the ball knocked free. Williams with the steal. Big man on the run. The step through. 1-point ball game. Williams to work. Stefanovic around the screen. The three. Pinballs out to Williams for the one-hand hammer. Big Ten basketball means big boy basketball. And what a finish by Williams on the offensive rebound. I absolutely love the hustle. And this is what those are the balls you need to get in Williams'
time. You're relying on freshmen. You're going to have some uncertainty and inconsistency.
Well, that's nice from Ivy, and Williams gets the flood.
They're bringing it.
Drops it off to Trevion Williams, and he hammers it home. Out.
Well, Purdue would like to see a lot more of this. They haven't had...
Perhaps a function of some of what you're talking about there. And maybe to the detriment of Minnesota. What a pass by Williams.
And right here, he sees, and delivers.
Not a
Once
Big
again,
Ten standout.
right underneath.
The work done in December, but still some intrigue here in February. Williams down low, and he is giving Maryland fits. Now 9 points for Trevion Williams. 22 of the 27 points here in the second half for Purdue. Here's Williams again, and he throws it down.
This is the present. There's the freshman.
And Newman, who's coming off a 10-point game against Northwestern on Saturday in a tight one. And now Trevion Williams right into Liam Robbins for 2. Ivy, the outstanding freshman for Purdue, got it to Williams, who finished in a foul. Williams makes it a 3-point play. So glad to be back with Robbie Hummel on a Thursday once again. Jason Benetti, our entire crew, as Minnesota leads by 4, and Mashburn creates. Robbins denied Williams.
Well, you saw the numbers. He was the one guy on Saturday against Iowa who was knocking down shots and sort of playing really well. Ivy, nice look for Williams, who kind of scoops it in, almost reverse style. In devastating fashion. You heard Tom Izzo, if you were with us at the top of our broadcast after that game on Saturday, say he was embarrassed. His team has not embarrassed him today. Great catch by Eric Hunter with the cut to lay it in. Williams, we know he's a good passer. That one was too tough. Now Ivy finds Williams.
What Williams was looking for was a back cut by Ivy, and it closed up quick. Came back to Ivy. Look at a little slip right there. And we're dunking on the state of Michigan.
Looks like he got the message. Good coaching. Great job listening to your coach.
Williams, hook shot good and a foul. He'll go to the line for a chance at one more.
That's right. It was just a Moses Malone tip drill for Trevion, excuse me, gets 4.
Matt Painter talked about that this morning, Kevin, in terms of at times Purdue has struggled with containing the dribble. And that puts the Boilermakers in rotation, which they prefer not to be. So smooth, Trevion Williams keeps his concentration, able to finish.
Williams, almost a no-look inside there, and a beauty to Gillis, who converts, but what a pass from Trevion Williams.
Some versatility, really good patience there on the block.
kind of how they do it at Wisconsin. You can have patience on an individual shot. Great pass from Ivy. Williams scores with a foul.
You said it, it's the pass. He wanted to shoot it and had the presence of, and maybe he would have a month or so ago, but the presence of mind to find a big fella.
Thompson got by Gillis, then got fleeced. Ball on the deck and taken away by Purdue and Ivy. Good. Oh, he's going to go 1-on-3 through a sea of red.
And Jackson Davis trying to use that right hand, now going back to the left, and he missed that too. How about 4 attempts? 4th time's the charm for the sophomore.
In a game, Victor Oladipo wore that number.
That is true as well, yeah. Left-hand finish. So he started 1 of 6 from the floor, but now Jackson Davis has hit his last 2.
He's going to get a cross screen right here, and you can see where he caught that basketball is inside the charge arc.
Well, that's the way to live life, right? To enjoy every minute of it.
Please set some standards, high standards, standards of excellence, and search for perfection.
It would not be right to put him in the same conversation with
Oh, Jackson Davis again, one time.
Beautiful ball movement here. Set the screen, roll to the opening, and then deliver with the hammer. Left-handed. Trice, throw it down. Or the echo pedal on the beam. Over the top, throw it down. Yes, one time. Ball baseline out of bounds play. That's just a total breakdown defensively. And when you're watching somebody throw it down in your face, Spencer Jones is too good a ball player to get posterized like that, but that wasn't his man. And
Finney with it now. Dish off to Franklin. Underneath Trayce, Jackson Davis. That's as easy as it gets. You forget that he's only a sophomore, and we spoke to him on Zoom yesterday, and he thwarts that shot right there from North Alabama.
He's played terrific basketball the first 2 games, had 15 and 9 in the opener against Western Michigan, and then came back with 18 points against Villanova. Butler's freshman guards, Harris and Tate, not playing like freshmen so far today. And Trayce Jackson Davis takes the assist from Galloway.
Take a look at the ball swings to Galloway, pump fake. It's like Bryce is late on the rotation. Lack of defensive communication.
Jackson Davis, little Euro step with a finger roll for the first bucket.
High IQ basketball by Jackson Davis. He only had a triple-double in that game, so it wasn't his fault they lost it.
Of course, Michigan State would go on and win the national championship. There's an easy flush.
Go baseline to baseline so you can get a better look, because Northwestern punishing people on the fast break, man.
And for Indiana fans, they're probably saying, finally, Jackson Davis imposing his will inside.
Get me the ball. I don't care if I have a double team, double comes late, I'm just going to tomahawk it right on you. Yeah, there it is. Get me the ball, pounding his chest. Would step up, and with the collapsing defense on Jackson Davis, he's got to make a big shot down the stretch.
Whoa! Hello, Trayce Jackson Davis.
Gets the ball, attacks, and he said, I'll just take this myself. Boom!
Lob inside, good save, and in the corner for 3, it's Al Durham. What a save by Trayce Jackson Davis.
You put a lot of pressure on the Hoosiers.
Ball fake by Finney, got him into the paint. There's the hammer from Trayce Jackson Davis. Maybe that'll spark the Indiana offense.
Kevin, when you want to get back in the ball game, you need emphatic plays. And this is as emphatic as we've seen all evening. Nice job by Finney, setting up his big fella to eat at the rim. Not going to get much more aggressive than that. Trayce Jackson Davis.
The piece of this game is almost identical to that national championship game 19 years ago.
Great recognition, Kevin.
And the steal.
Sometimes you just got to come down with that and try to gather yourself.
Oh, nice move by Trayce Jackson Davis, and a good feed by Hunter.
See, that's what I mean. This is the dexterity of a 6'9", 6'10" big. I mean, that is quick. Watch the footwork. He feels Davis. He spins away and goes in for the dunk. You're not going to see many plays.
Lander, the true freshman, is on for Indiana, expecting him to see some more minutes with the injury to Armand Franklin.
There's the hook with the left from Trayce Jackson-Davis. He's got 6 of the Indiana 8. Here is Jackson-Davis. He's got 6. The double comes on him from Wall. A good pass out to Durham for 3.
Nice patience that time.
He's the trailer. Jumping inside.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, big fella, I see you.
Has a chance to catch, put it on the floor, and get it up, and you also want to be cognizant of the lob. There it is. This is a simple game, Larry.
Lays it in. Jackson-Davis.
Good screen. Pass up to Trayce Jackson-Davis.
The defense for Indiana, that pack line has allowed a high percentage. Hawkeyes one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Nice job off the Garza deflection by Trayce Jackson-Davis.
Tennessee over the top. That's what Archie Miller drew up.
Thompson down low. Kind of threw it up. Was that an alley-oop? I think it was.
Yeah.
Draws the foul.
I think that's intentional, you.
I do too.
Pass. Yeah.
I mean, they were headed in that direction. Jackson-Davis, long 2, knocks it down as the horn sounds. What a way for the half to finish for the Hoosiers.
Davis had missed the previous shot. Here's a little, not really a high-low, just get him the ball, nothing going on. And he just lifted up and drilled. Good half for Indiana. Great half for Indiana.
Come on, Franklin. He's the one guy that's kind of kept Indiana in this from the offensive standpoint.
Well, there's an alley-oop for Trayce Jackson-Davis. That was a long time coming for the Hoosiers standout.
Well, the Hoosiers, just when they thought.
C.J. Walker, really a starter, but coming back from a hand injury, has been coming in off the bench the last few weeks.
Galloway just changes pivot foot. It happens all the time, and the referees never call it. Not saying they should, but they shouldn't be as picky about a scoring move either.
How about that move? No travel, great finish. Jackson-Davis with a two-handed slam.
Against Ohio State, they gave up an early 19-0 run. But this is a good start up top to Trayce Jackson-Davis.
Boy, that was great action on the backside. It's a beautiful action here. Trayce Jackson-Davis, I thought there was a back screen. There wasn't.
But they do, and throughout the course of the day as well. Thought about digging instead. Jackson-Davis spins baseline for 2 and a foul. I gotta say, and you know, I'm a huge fan of Tom Izzo and what he does as a coach. I gotta say there was a little Tommy Lasorda.
2 things. Number 1, Michigan State has only allowed Jackson-Davis 1 field goal attempt in this time, and Kittley really started. And then offensively, the ball's been spread. There you go. Little curl, I like it.
Durham, the drop off, and a hammer from Jackson-Davis.
Well,
so the lead up to 8 now.
That's one way to guard Trayce Jackson-Davis. If the guards can't get the ball to the floor, you don't have to worry about getting it in the post.
There's Trayce Jackson-Davis bringing the heat early.
A nice 2-man action, and whoo! Trayce Jackson-Davis from the Bronx bringing it home on the slam.
In the building tonight, too. You can buy a poster. Family is here. 2 family members per player tonight for the first time this year as Jackson-Davis gets the steal. And a way to welcome Mamadou Doucouré back to the starting lineup for the first time since his freshman year. Nice leave, and there's another one at the rim for Trayce Jackson-Davis. Cannot wait to get that started. That's going to be so fun. Ooh. And there's Jackson-Davis. 1 more coming at the line after the ferocious dunk.
And I do ball screen action the rest of the game because every time they've been able to get in the middle of the floor, Jackson-Davis has put somebody on a poster. And that's one of the things that Jackson-Davis possesses better than any big in the conference.
Jerome. Jackson-Davis, Durham. Liddell in the game. Oh, and there's Jackson-Davis just pounding pounding it down.
Opened up to ball watch. Helps and pays mightily. Big time with the left. Bang it home.
Say it's not wise for Indiana to switch that. You cannot put Al Durham on an island like that and expect him to fight for that long. Finally, a ball screen and a hammer.
Minutes of game action. Well, you're just making Zach Edey guard in space. You're making him move. It's 7-4. It's not an easy thing for a big guy like that to do. You bring the ball screen off.
Handsy play by McCaffrey, who just does a little bit of everything for Iowa. And an easy flush on the other end.
And Iowa's running the floor. Wieskamp with an easy basket.
Iowa flying down the floor. Inside to Garza. Soft hands again.
Best hands in the country.
5 or 6 minutes together here and play some defense and keep Garza out of the paint.
Alley-oop to Wieskamp. He lays it in.
He tried to break it by going back door and just to pass a little.
I saw it during the baseball season where where you see most of your haggling with officials is Wieskamp knocks down the triple.
The attention that 55 in yellow brings. He has gravity attention for a big guy as good as we've seen. And this dude can flat outstroke it. He's perimeter guard right now. He's shooting guard. New North Carolina make Iowa do something off the bounce. For goodness sake, what in the world?
There's Corrado, one of the best officials in the country. And Big Ten, certainly. There's a hard drive by Wieskamp, a much needed one for Iowa.
A little off balance. A tough and big-time shot by Javen Johnson.
18 to lead all scorers, and inside Joe Wieskamp. He is such a tough matchup.
A lot of pressure, especially on the big guys. But at this offensive end, they're handling the pressure decently, but they've got to make it pay. I spoke too soon. Northern has probably missed 10 layups in this game.
There's Murray, passing lane, retrieves it. Wieskamp. And one. And triggered again by the freshman Murray.
He has done everything. There's the assist. He's knocked down the threes. Multiple offensive rebounds, blocks.
Slam dunk Wieskamp.
So you got Luka Garza, ladies and gentlemen, playing point guard. Kicks it up to Connor on the wing. Nice little no-look. And all the way from Muscatine, Iowa, the high school legend, Joe Wieskamp, throwing it down.
Notre Dame doesn't have Luka Garza on either the offensive or defensive end.
That was great defense by Garza. The way he rolled up and really affected Zach Edey's shot. And that's what Iowa does. Backboard leading the break. You love to see guys that can play at the 3 or the 4, bring the ball up the floor. You can put so much pressure on the defense. And just the body control.
Looked like it was going to be a 6-point game. Instead, now a 10-point lead in Iowa with the ball. Nice bounce, nice cut, good finish, and Wieskamp going to the line.
Connor McCaffrey. Inside Garza, left it short. Wieskamp back up with it, and the foul.
Possessions, but you got to close them down with a defensive rebound. Joe Wieskamp added 10 pounds of muscle in the off.
Harper on Murray. Harper.
Oh, he took him to the rim. But look at the help. Yeah.
Yep. Now Wieskamp. And a foul.
Aaron Wiggins has really found something here on the offensive end of the floor.
Oh my goodness, Wieskamp in full out attack mode and an assault for 2 and a foul.
Little baseline drive, draw some contact. And how about this up and under finish? That's a terrible possession. You just, as good as Iowa's defense has been tonight, you just got to find better offense. This is a clinic. Is operating at a high level right here. Joe Wieskamp cutting back door and hanging on rims.
Nunji blocked by Robbins. Here's Wieskamp. This could be a dagger, and it is.
Taking these shots in these critical situations. Wieskamp, nice kick out from Nunji.
Eaton Nance, small ball center for Northwestern. Tough matchup, no question about it. Catching fire, Wieskamp and rattles home. Ringing the bell with any efficiency. McCaffrey. Wieskamp, rainbow three.
Is the other Hawkeye that can make tough shots, and here you see him running through a pass. Wieskamp, 1,000-point scorer now in his Iowa career. Wieskamp again, and he's off to a red-hot start. He's got 11 of the Hawkeye 25, and Iowa leads by 7.
And lets it fly, playing with good confidence.
Garza, nice catch, nice finish. He's got 20. Sissoko on the floor, working against Luka Garza. There's a turnover, intercepted by Wieskamp. Wieskamp 2-on-1. He'll take it himself, and Iowa within 2.
Iowa leads the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio. The 20 assists a game, only 10 turnovers. And then, of course, that's the announcer jinx on that one, almost.
Wieskamp blocks it out. Wieskamp hell-bent to get to the basket, does, banks it down, and a timeout coming up.
The lane, but you got to find somebody on a corner kick, and from wire to wire. Whew. The ability to make threes sets that up.
Baseline, nice move by Wieskamp. This time he puts it on the deck and gets things in. Indiana 12 of 43 from the field. That's 28% shooting. Meanwhile, Iowa makes them pay on the other side. I tell you, this Wieskamp business in this game.
This is a straight line drive without any help. And Indiana's been really solid defensively. At that end of the
I don't think Steve Peichel, and honestly, I think Iowa's gotten good shots too. I think both coaches would say we're good in quality looks, but we've got to knock them down. Joe Wieskamp doing it right there.
Right to the basket, Wieskamp has all 7.
Ducore subbed into the game.
First foul was a really bad call. And that happened about 15 seconds into the game and just totally set the tone for him.
Wieskamp, he's the guy that set the tone for Iowa. 18 points now.
Well, Iowa 0 for 4 right now to begin the second half. Michigan State better take advantage of it while you can. If not, here we go. With the same kind of dilemma in regards to the COVID pandemic and how it limits you.
Weezy again for 3, this time on the opposite side.
Lean forward, tries one from deep. That won't go, and Garza was able to wall off Reavers.
Ford made 3 big threes against Michigan.
Wieskamp doesn't waste any time.
And just hard work. A lot of people thought maybe he were pros, played overseas, but he decided to come back to Iowa, and they're certainly happy to have him. And I guess he is what you call a big man on campus. Again, decent shooters. I really think Leonard Hamilton's club could really create, on a given night, a real battle.
Wieskamp feeling it. He knocks down another 3.
Gives it back for Jones. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Good rebound, Wieskamp. Wieskamp all the way to the rim, and he's got all 6 for the Hawkeyes in the second.
Including Phil Martelli, of course, longtime coach at St. Joe's. He's the associate head coach with Michigan, an invaluable asset to Duane Howard. Tough driving layup there by Joe Wieskamp to give Iowa a 4-point lead. Have anything to do with the torn ACL that he suffered a year ago.
I know he's such an important kid to this team.
A long 3 for Joe Wieskamp gets the Hawkeyes back within 2. Nunji, who will not return after suffering a right leg injury. Connor McCaffrey has not come back since suffering what looked like a rolled left ankle. How about that feed from Garza to Wieskamp for an easy 2?
Here. Catches the ball in the post, does the double up. You don't have to go to Harvard to figure that out. If 2 hands are playing him, somebody's got to be open, Dad. Somebody's got to be open. You can make that layup.
Son rolled his ankle. He's back out and on the bench, but he has not come back in the game since rolling his left ankle. There's a nice steal. Wieskamp being chased by a couple of Wolverines.
This time on the fade, rebound tracked down by Wieskamp. And you got to get back and identify. They bang these early threes, make you pay dearly. Wieskamp, really good defensive set right now. Doing a good job on Garza. The switch. Drive in McCaffrey. Pretty. Nice look inside for Wieskamp, who rises up for the slam. State struggling on the offensive end once again. Got a good look on that one, though. Wieskamp shakes off the defender, hooks it inside. Murray banks it in. Suing off the heel on a 3-ball. Nice pass. Bounce. Wow. Going to the rim. Keegan Murray. Great feel there from Iowa.
By the Big Ten Network to step up like this.
We get to watch those greats go at it.
Looking for the answer, Joe Wieskamp with the three. Iowa's got the range early. That's 6 made three-pointers in this first half for the Hawkeye. 9th rebound of the first half. Banton has his pocket pick. Turnover number 11 for Nebraska. Bohannon, the lob ahead to Wieskamp. And the finish for Wieskamp makes it a 22-point ball game. First half. Let's go back to that last play. A Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
I'm not sure that's what he wanted to do, but he will definitely take it in the...
And Connor McCaffrey will start it up. Murray, he was being held by Thorbjarnarson, still caught.
See itself as a pretty deep team out of the MAC, but it's not like they're itching to go 11 deep in this game.
Their depth's going to be really interesting because I think when you look at last year's team, what they lost, starting to hit some tough jumpers, and Jalen Moore carrying this Oakland offense.
Inside, and the big freshman Dickinson throws down the jam.
Here's that same play. You hit the wing. Hunter Dickinson really doesn't have to be a great duck. Making up for the prior possession.
Dickinson, good feed inside, and Williams will go to the stripe. Brooks in the corner. Smith. Shavy Davis can't get it to go. Tipped in by Dickinson.
Back at you. You see again, in the zone defense, you have got to block out. Nobody blocking out the biggest guy on the floor.
Michigan, 6.5 to go. Oakland looking to be the ranked team for just the 3rd time ever. They turn it over there.
Great help defense by Hunter Dickinson of not helping up his line. And again, you get a great stop.
Wagner. Dickinson delivers. Man, can Dickinson pack.
Good job there, though, by UCF to get back and clog the paint, not giving up any fast break opportunities. They have an 8-4 fast break advantage right now.
Air ball. Dickinson shoves it back down.
Knocks him out right there. He was able to finish with the two-hand slam. So you just have to be ready at all times.
And games being postponed and canceled all over the country, you're thankful for any game you get, regardless of opponent.
Guarded by Kamagoon. Dickinson trying to post up down on the block and gets it. The freshman. Hunter Dickinson staking their claim to who's the best in the land. Jackson coast to coast, blocked by Dickinson, the freshman.
Is getting much better shot attempts. The percentages are high. They're getting it down low. They got great balance. There's another one inside. Man, that's not going to happen, but it still doesn't take away from the experience.
Dickinson again, and count it, +1.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was a surprise, especially coming off their overtime heartbreaking loss at Seton Hall.
Good action there underneath Isaiah Livers with the first bucket. Down inside, Dickinson, power dribble, and he finishes. He thought he got fouled, too.
That's the big fella. Typically, you see guys in this situation, they get off balance and they're not able to finish.
Here goes Dickinson again. Backing down, Buttrick and one. And right now, the freshman, he's just too strong for Penn State. Where is Michigan going to find a spark? Here's Eli Brooks, the leader, the captain. Dickinson. Dickinson counted and a foul.
See where Penn State will go this time. Maybe look for Sessoms.
It is Sessoms. He's blocked by Dickinson, though.
That's a good look out of that double, though, by the big man. Absolutely. The ball has to continue to go to Dickinson.
Owens gets stuffed by Dickinson, and Michigan going the other way. And by Auto Owners Insurance.
Just 7'1", being willing and able to get up and block a dunk. And Trey McCowens has bounce. I mean, he can really get up. It's a heck of a play from Hunter Dickinson.
Not attempted a field goal yet, has 7 rebounds. Despite the 2 missed free throw attempts, he's a 72% shooter at the line. There's an attempt, and that's a two-hand stuff. The rim's still rocket as Michigan takes the 2-point lead. To the game, presented by Tubi.
Kind of looked like Xavier Simpson, didn't it? Mike Smith trying to fill that void. Heck of a play. Duane Udraogo dropping it off to Hunter Dickinson. It's just outstanding pick and roll basketball.
The assist of the game presented by Tubi. Michigan operating crisply right now. Dickinson with a spin on the youngster Andre, and Dickinson is just a handful.
Delivers. Scott standing his ground. Now Dickinson left hand and one.
He's going to see. All right, little guy on Dickinson. Watch the help. It's late. And when you're late in help, as they were right there with Wiggins, Wiggins has got to be all the way over and intercept that pass.
Here's Wagner inside Dickinson. Too easy.
Gosh, he just stepped over the defender Hamilton.
Steal of the game for the Wildcats, who were dead last in the nation in steals last year. They're up to 6th in the Big Ten this year. Dickinson throwing down the jam on the other end.
That certainly kind of lessens the burden when you jump to the college level.
Dickinson inside and the foul.
And this was certainly going to be a question. Can Pete Nance, giving up 30 pounds, compete with Dickinson inside? And I would say
in the second half, remember they really struggled with him in the first. Here's Brooks.
Hey, that's impossible to guard.
Mike Smith probing, dropping it off for the two-hand flush for Hunter Dickinson.
So you know what? Ooh. Now you see me, now you don't.
Richard Pitino told us earlier today, Kalsher's trending in the right direction. 6 of his last 16 from 3, and a beautiful spin by Hunter Dickinson on the baseline.
Michigan fans for decades. Their son Chad is a Michigan man, went to undergrad and law school there, so big ups to the Raven family. And doesn't matter. And then watch Dickinson. Rolls like you're supposed to as a big, catches.
Here's Potter against Hunter Dickinson on the block. And he had it poked away. Michigan, good hustle. That's Brooks on the floor to grab the ball.
Boy, Brooks is terrific at that type thing.
Quick release, Livers for 3.
Got the whole NCAA tournament, and one thing that we've been told is, you know, we hope we get there. You know what I mean? We hope we get there. Look at this.
He yacked it like,
There he denies the big guy Dickinson, who gets it back and makes his way down the baseline. And they withstood it because of the defense, but how much more of that can you do?
None.
Dickinson spinning for 2.
Here's a short shot clock situation here for the Terps. 2 on the shot clock. They got to do something. Dickinson was waiting on the Marcel offering.
Without fouling. Forcing.
One of the things they stress all the time, our habits have to be better than the other team's habits. As Dickinson rolls to the rim, gets 2, and he'll go to the line for 1 more.
John Higgins, the official, because he bumped into him after the hit. Take a look.
Dickinson on the floor now, maybe a dribble driving kick to him.
Shot clock at 7. Again, the big man there protecting the rim. Nice shot. Wow, what a play that time.
Both teams are very good getting back, protecting.
Here's Dickinson.
Quick double. Gonna open up an opportunity.
Brooks again, 3.
Got this kid.
Wow, what a strike.
Time provider, huh? Averaged 19 shots at Columbia.
Dickinson back in, outside, Brown 3. He gets another.
How about that?
Wow.
Open it up for the big guys, too. He can make that shot.
60 seconds of the first half.
Notice how they lift Dickinson for the blow by here. Nice little counter on a big guy.
Clock at 9. Here's Livers. He's got Suing on him. Now to Brooks. Shot clock at 3. Floats and fires and put back up and in. Dickinson with a great putback. Points. Big offensive rebound. He's got 9 overall. And the putback and 2 for the Wolverines.
So that would be an enormous loss for the Illini if that injury were to linger into the postseason. Dickinson off the glass. Banks at home, and he's asking for a foul as well.
Livers posting. Pumping. Thompson with the block. 7 to shoot. Inside Dickinson. Catch and run.
With the 2 hands, he's got some mitts. Big, strong, bang by number 1. Always available.
That early drag now. Dickinson shows it inside. Wagner, nice screening pass.
Dickinson wants the ball, man. He wants the ball. You can't let him come across that lane. You can't let him come across. He wants to go. There he is again. You can't allow that in there. The offside's got to come and try to take that away. Give some help. The help side. He wants to go right down the lane, go to his strong hand, his left hand. I'm back at him. Look at those screens. Trying to fight to get over the top. Very tough.
Dickinson throws it down off the feet from Mike Smith.
Take a look at the big screen up here by Dickinson, man. Look at that screen. And then he take it over, and they rolls to the goal, and Smith recognized it.
Duane, little switch. Bounce it. Dickinson leans in. Bucket and a foul. And Bingham made a mistake on the inside.
Livers on the drive and kick for Smith. The transfer buries it, and Michigan grabs a 10-2 lead. Michigan really cutting hard. That extra pass and a three goes down for Sean D. Brown.
I think it's fair to say that Bowling Green was going to live with Michigan shooting threes. At times, I think they've almost overhelped Isaiah Livers. The defensive end of the floor here, though, Isaiah Livers giving it up early, getting it back, and going up and finishing with authority.
Rebounding for the Wolverines. Here's Michigan in transition. And Wagner thought about it. Now to Livers. Through the lane and the foul.
Oakland this season, you're going to see a ton of zone. This is a great flash by Isaiah Livers right to the high post. That zone is late coming over.
Knocked away, and another turnover for Michigan.
Just a careless pass. Yeah, nice screen there set by Terrence Williams, but I believe it was Eli Brooks. You're throwing a chest pass. Talked about how much he liked him this morning. You could see why. Playing with great effort and a big-time energy play.
Livers!
Starting to see some guys hanging on rims. Isaiah Livers getting to the basket.
Livers going for the board. Looked like he may have gotten fouled. No call. And so now Oakland a chance to tie or take the lead. More strong to the hoop, and Livers the block.
A little bit of trouble here. All right, pay attention to number 1, Steven. Actually, right now, pay attention to number 2. Isaiah Livers on the run out.
Oh, Brooks missed it.
Number 21 on the wing for Michigan. Livers, 2.
Now you see me, now you don't. I'm at the rim, putting you on a poster. Isaiah Livers feeling good about his game.
Livers backing his man down. Oh, my. In the zone. A home state guy from Kalamazoo, and there's another takeaway by UCF. It's Adams blocked by Livers, and it stays on the UCF end.
And a little defense never hurt anybody. Oh, put it on the glass. Isaiah Livers, why don't you? Great timing, great anticipation.
And had that one roll out, a little hand clap, some frustration for that man. Got a good look there, just couldn't get it to go. Livers trying to make a play on the other end, and he does with a 3.
To run when they get opportunities. Great extra pass from Mike Smith. That's his role in this team, is setting the table. The Columbia transfer. He averaged 22 points per game last year, but he's got to be more of a distributor, and Livers delivers. And CC, he's a very capable scorer. So it's good to see him get rolling.
Livers with the answer. Look out, he's getting rolling now.
Oh, is that good by Johns and Wagner, obviously.
Wagner has shown it all in this first half.
This is what Michigan has done, and we mentioned off the top, #1 in the Big Ten in field goal percentage defense, and you're seeing lots of evidence of why here tonight. Livers over Barrett.
Livers trying to get baseline blocked off by Enan, and he'll step back and hit a deep 2 of his own.
Difficult play. He's going right, creates space. He's got 6'9". He and Mike Smith have nice chemistry.
And the ball taken away. Livers on the right. And the ball taken away. Here comes Livers. Another breakaway opportunity and another stuff, this time with 2 hands.
Well, you can tell with Freeman in the game right now, Minnesota's got some nice depth up front.
And Isaiah Livers attacking the basket. Stellar second half for the Wolverines.
See, the difference between these two teams this evening is that it looks like Michigan, when they're running their offense.
A difference maker for Michigan. No Xavier Simpson this year. Mike Smith came in as a grad transfer from Columbia. Has been really good. What a cut from Livers on the block. And he had it poked away. Michigan, good hustle. That's Brooks on the floor to grab the ball.
Boy, Brooks is terrific at that type thing.
Quick release. Livers for three.
So to me, Lisa, Maryland's done a good job with Hunter Dickinson. But it's the other guys that really hurt Maryland, like Smith.
Yeah, like Smith, who starts out a perfect 3 for 3. Well, he talked to this Michigan coaching staff. We had a few minutes with Phil Martelli, and he said he could tell immediately in the first few minutes against Minnesota, this team didn't have it. Hey, I'll tell you what, in the first few minutes, this team has it.
Downhill a little bit. Gives a little space to Livers.
And Michigan Smith wants to push it. Livers will try it again. Oh, back to back for Isaiah Livers, and Michigan red hot from deep, a perfect 5 for 5.
Dr. Scott late on the closeout. Same thing, Scott.
Thompson was guarding Wagner that time. Michigan didn't recognize it.
Here's Livers on the other end of the floor, and Livers able to flush it home.
Take a look here. Eric Hunter loses it. Livers could have let it go out of bounds. He doesn't.
Smith cross it over. Livers firing from deep, and he hits again. Livers with 12 first half points, and Michigan up by 15.
Probably has a little bit better offensive game.
Well, he's stronger, maybe. Yeah, Livers has been up and down. When he gets consistent, they could have a nice run at the end of the year.
Livers fighting for a shot and got that one to fall over a lean forward.
When they are on their game, they really space you. Very tough to defend and help. Step back. Livers. Woo, big time.
Stroke. Consecutive misses for Michigan. They double Livers. We're down to 6, as you can see. Brown back to Livers. Makes the fake and an 18-footer. Carr! At it, they're looking for any positive they can find, and they're down by now 12. And his 13th point, can use that as a springboard in the second half.
Well, look how he elevates. Plenty of time.
Smith at 5.6 assists a game. McConnell going to work again, but Rip Livers says no, sir.
It's like a little zone from Rutgers.
Yeah, switching it up out of the timeout. Livers almost traveled, but somehow found Brown, and Brown with 4 bounces finds the bottom of the net. Miles Johnson back to Baker, but Livers with his second rejection of the half.
Hit the most threes for the Buckeyes this season.
Liddell with a double. Young helps him.
Livers had that open baseline. Counted for 2 and a foul with a good-looking drive by Isaiah Livers.
Little drive. See the closeout? A little too strong, and big time. We know this kid can make the outside shot. I just love his game. Both ends of the floor. Totally committed. They go deep anymore. You haven't seen Eugene Brown. He played against Penn State, can make a 3.
Livers again, popping a triple.
There you go. He is a load. He is a load, Kevin. Look at this.
And it's picked up by Livers. The other way. Got it. Foul.
Dude, what a personality. Look at this. The double screen. No one saw the ball. Not a good pass at all for a guy of Suing's ability. He's got to value it. I mean, that's not the time to be fancy. Goodness. And why not? Livers. God. A mistake you don't expect at this high level.
Livers with 11 points. 9th turnover for Ohio.
Both teams get a lot of production off their benches.
Can they really go deep? I don't think they play as many as 11 guys.
Isaiah Livers for 3.
His Livers right now, he's being challenged on his shot, too. Watch this. He's going to be challenged. And there it is. Hand comes in his face. Doesn't matter. Nothing but nylon.
Livers with a quiet 6 tonight finds Brooks, and the senior knocks down the 3, and Michigan extends the lead to 9.
I'd like to see John Beeline get back coaching in college. I really would.
Yeah. Wagner comes up with a steal.
That's nice play. Oh, baby, up and away. The maize and blue.
Low going against Brandon Johns. There's the loose ball, the steal. Look at this pass by Wagner in transition. That's a like field goal percentage tonight.
You know, really, when you look, forget about the stats. To me, Dickinson got the edge because he made it so difficult for the star player, the leading scorer in the nation.
Tell you how many layups Indiana's missed in this game.
It's really put them in a hole, and they don't cover on this deep jump shot. Come on, you got to get out and play those guys.
Durham. Inside, knocked away and stolen by the Wolverines. Not a good pass. Livers in the front court. Wagner, Euro step, finger roll.
Two strong defensive teams.
Zep Jackson is in with no Eli Brooks. Livers lost it. Fade away, smooth delivery.
Boy, talent always prevails.
Back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1968. Oh, nice defense from Wagner there. Monday and Wednesday, and then December 6th and 9th leading into Big Ten play as Brooks goes down to the deck, and Wagner's got a free run to the hoop. Beating Michigan in 2001, but Franz Wagner wasn't there at the time. The sophomore off the screen from Washington, a drive redirected to the corner and taken away by Michigan. 2-on-3, so Brooks will spin it to the sideline, and Livers got it from the corner. Son Jace is now at Nebraska playing, so generations in the Big Ten as there's a whistle and a foul and the bucket as Wagner scores.
Which was the star player on that Bowling Green team, getting him in there. But we talked about the weight gain for Franz Wagner. That's going through a defender.
He's a great story. Fifth-year senior in the graduate school. Wagner lays it in and draws the foul. Davis named a captain this year. And as Christie mentioned, Livers shot just 2 3-pointers in Michigan's win over Ball State. He really had his mid-range game going. It's Wagner with some space and a flush.
They were coached by Junior Burrow. That was July of 2013. And Junior Burrow played at UVA, also played in the NBA. And Jalen Cole Hines.
Wagner working the post now. Inside to Davis, and he hits again. Davis with all 8 of Michigan's points.
I'd like to see them set him up, maybe get him off a screen, because when you're struggling, it's harder to get yourself on track.
Around to Brooks, 7 to shoot. Brooks is 3, off the heel, rebound. Wagner has it inside. That one good, and a foul.
And here comes Smith for the Wolverines.
Great job.
Wagner for 3. Showing the repertoire early, Dan. Here's Wagner, guarded by Hart. Inside, what a pass! And a finish by Johns. In an electric offensive performance by both teams. Now we send it to the crew in the studio for the halftime report. That ball almost out of bounds. Here's Wagner in the open court. Franz Wagner! Cookies for number 21 in blue.
Watch this. Wagner, little sidestep.
Here's Maryland under their own basket, looking for an answer. And they don't have one. Wagner with the pickoff and the other end.
You know, we talked about it earlier. He's been terrific on both ends of the court. And defensively, he got into Dante Scott.
Looking a little bigger and just faces up Franz Wagner. Gets a great look.
There's Wagner. That 3 goes. Dickinson. Again, the double comes. In the corner, Smith. Nails the 3.
Really up their level on both ends. I love the way Franz Wagner is watching for this double. You hit Mike Smith, who
really nowhere for Miller Kopp to go here. Isaiah Livers doing a good job on him, Rob.
That's a tough matchup for Miller Kopp. Isaiah Livers really long, really athletic, and
Russell's got to hurry here. 5 on the shot clock. Greer dumps it off for Young. Met at the rim, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's why they're undefeated. Everybody at this level can play, but it's the intangibles and team chemistry that make you a champion.
And Wagner with a 3 stretches Michigan to their largest lead of the night at 9. The rebound saved for Michigan. What a play by Livers. Dickinson driving to the rim, and Hunter Dickinson punishing.
Repercussions, and then the 2-man basketball with Hunter Dickinson. He can start to expand his game a little bit.
18-0 run, and it continues with the rejection from Wagner.
That does not happen very often. He is money around the basket, both hands.
Shooting better than 70%. How about Wagner stealing the ball away all the way to lay it in? Inside the Chrysler Center the last couple games, so there are a few people there. Nice pass down low, and then the shot rejected. Jonathan Davis tried to get it off, and it was swatted away.
And co-host of the world's greatest podcast, which, by the way, oh, look at this. Look at Wagner.
Steal and dunk.
You're supposed to come off face to hip on a ball screen, not face to shoulder.
Wagner, my goodness, just a blow-by on the baseline.
Taucher's so good on the perimeter as a defender. Oh, that's a great find, and Austin Davis finishes. Suddenly, Minnesota might want some of those possessions back.
A little zone right there. Great rebound.
Oh, denied.
And made the block here on Robbins, but this is the second time Robbins has stayed with it. He didn't sulk. He didn't get embarrassed. You know what he got? Pulls for the club. Tough, aggressive, that's for the court.
And by the way, they're doing that down 10, which is suddenly 8, and there's the celebration.
By Wagner, do not lay the pass out there against Michigan, or they will.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be some AARP stuff going on with those quarterbacks, too. Some old dudes, man.
You know, I don't think I would see a day as Wagner with a turnaround. Largest lead has been 15. Livers to Wagner for 3. He hits. That's been the story of the first half for the Wolverines. The deep triple success for Michigan.
I tell you what, I think he's probably going to be 15 to 20 pounds heavier because his body will fill out. And then when that happens, watch out.
Wagner, watch out for this.
Because you're so vulnerable on offensive rebound, kick out, Livers delivered. Wagner, driving hook, you called it, and down it goes. Big play right there by Franz Wagner, Michigan. Well, his brother provided a lot of good games for Michigan. Why not?
These two teams in Maryland would be the best 3 benches in terms of energy.
There's some energy. Austin Davis throwing it down with 2 hands. Now it's Brooks downhill, and he's rejected. 3 seconds. Floater on the baseline. Pretty from Franz Wagner just before the horn.
Hey, first of all, heck of a block from Morier, but this is a one-hand little 18-foot floater from Franz Wagner.
Liddell has 14 points on 7 shots. He's got 2 threes. He's right on the money. Wagner outside. He finally hits his shot. Averages 12. He's got 3.
Summer months, they worked out together frequently. They are good friends, but Hunter Dickinson said yesterday in a Zoom call with the media, it's kind of radio silence right now, Dick. No texting with this big of a game coming here tonight. You know what I think he's doing, Tick? Like, normally, Garza just is so strong, he can back you almost under the basket and score. He can't do that to Dickinson. He's not pushing him around at all, as Wagner shows some of that skill with a reverse to tie the game. Had 44 in a loss in Ann Arbor, had 33 in a win in Iowa City. And again, it's Wagner doing Wagner things.
Fantasy shooting 35% from the field and only 28% from the three-point line. Straight away, Wagner. Franz Wagner, Mo's little brother. All right, Michigan taking a 9-8 lead now. They'll pick up full court.
Great length up top with Wagner with the hands.
Double pump off the glass and 1.
Either hand, just magnificent. Look at the wingspan. Put pounds on. A little kiss in Indiana. Big time performer. Just a great adjustment at the rim.
9 to shoot now. Back door, nice play. Oh, blocked from behind by Wagner. Trying to hang around here. Wagner. Inside, another and 1 for Franz Wagner.
He can go either way, decimate the defense. Look at his handle. Little stagger there, little hesitation.
It's going to be the biggest deal for this Michigan defense and for Hunter Dickinson.
Franz Wagner with the ball for Michigan. Back-to-back 21-point games, and he gets a friendly home court roll there, Jay.
Contested rebound for Dickinson.
Yeah, tough shot to shoot that over the 7-1.
Hits a 3.
This has not been a vintage Michigan State team. Let's be real about it.
It's a team that has scrapped its way, battled its way, beaten the likes of Illinois and Ohio State, who are number 4 and 5 in the nation. But this is tonight. The VBDI feels confident about that.
The VBDI has had a good year.
Yeah, he's had
You made a lot of good predictions this year. Is another 3.
Tom had the official that was going after his player.
Marcus Bingham back in, cut to the rim, and slams it down. State will hold on to it.
There's just a nice little inside cut, solid play. Big fellow looming out in the top of the key, gives that opening. Like to cover the corners, a little dribble drive. If you go for help, kick it.
Wagner, dribble drive there for 2.
Got to jump on the right.
Well, that was Jefferson's shot right there. A deep 2, but
Marcus Carr from three-point land, and he knocks it down.
But you know, Patino loves to have Carr back in the backfield here.
What a move from Marcus Carr, having a really nice start so far.
Marcus Carr, he's going to go all the way to the left side of the court and come off this dribble handoff.
Now
Good
on the
move.
drive into the
Good
lane,
move.
he's got it.
Flow hasn't been working. You get Marcus Carr going with his strong hand. Nice little slithery step over and a finish and 1. Yeah, and Douglas, you know, he reached in.
Pepe can't convert. He was the leading scorer with 11 points at the half for the Lions, by the way. Runner around it falls, and an and 1 opportunity for Marcus Carr, and look out. Here comes the Gopher point guard.
Maybe the best guard in the Big Ten right here at drawing the contact. And look at that concentration on the finish. Right there, gets the contact, goes off glass. He keeps his eyes on the rim.
Carr looking to generate. Here's the step back 3 for the lead. Clutch when it counts. His name is Marcus Carr.
And he jabs, step back. Anderson recovers well, doesn't matter. Marcus Carr, smooth when Minnesota needed him the most.
Probably our most impressive Big Ten standout, presented by Auto Owners Insurance Play.
Ooh, T-Dot, stand up. Toronto's finest.
Dominated on the offensive glass the last time out. They got to get in there and rebound.
Jamal played 12 seasons in the NBA. I just love watching how explosive he was.
He was outstanding. Marcus Carr penetration gives Minnesota a 1-point lead.
I failed to ask Richard Pitino what his handicap was for golf, by the way.
Too many.
The three-point attempt in the final seconds of the first half. Marcus Carr.
Frustrating if you're Kansas City. You do a pretty good job to force him into a fadeaway with a hand in his face.
Not afraid of the tall timber there, and Robbins. Crossover, Carr. Floater, step back goes.
At the highest level on your team, those guys can begin to manage and control everything on the floor, and they can make those adjustments.
Carr got suspended. Kick in the corner for the 3-ball, and Booth, catch, connects. Perkins in the corner to the paint, stripped on the way. I think Enan got him, and then back the other way. Carr delivered.
Just out hustling the Hawkeyes to the rebound.
That's just playing harder. And honestly, Minnesota gets a wide open look, get an offensive rebound, and then Marcus Carr just getting it done. But this is Marcus Carr time right here.
Carr around the screen for 3. Got it! Marcus Carr has tied this one up.
Uses to get here. You come off, take him right back off to side. You cannot go under this screen. You've got to trail over the backside. And Marcus Carr, boy, what a shot and what a moment for a guy that's been one of the best point guards. Really good pass by Rocket Watts and some pick and roll action. And if you're the big there, that's got to be a bucket.
Carr stepping back, knocking down the 3. He's coming off back-to-back 30-point performances.
Hand on it. And then Marcus Carr has just been phenomenal.
Carr. This is Marcus Carr time. That's his patented step back. And kind of a fitting ending to a dominant first half for Minnesota as they go up by 20.
College basketball, and he was salivating with this matchup. The step back jumper gets away, gets space. It's clearly out of his hand. A big time shot by Marcus Carr to end the half, because it's not going to get any easier. Every night in this league is a monster.
And here's Marcus Carr taking it to the basket. What a tough finish. Give him 16.
Getting his game on, going to work, showing off the total package. How about a little English on this finish? The Minnesota bench and also Marcus Carr.
This is all fair game.
You're a good sport about it. Oh, Marcus Carr somehow getting that one to fall.
Well, the one undisputable thing, Lisa, is that Marcus Carr will be on the first team all Big Ten. And he should have been in consideration in the preseason as one of the best point guards in the country.
Boy, nice job fronting that time by Gabe Kalscheur.
Here's Livers has his pocket pick. Carr going the other way. Numbers if he hurries. Kalscheur going baseline. And Kalscheur with the reverse to cut it to a two-point game.
And finally, Minnesota's Trey Williams comes away with it.
When Keegan Murray gets in the weight room, Big Ten, watch out.
Holy cow, Marcus Carr, 5 points now after a quiet start. Outstanding all season long for Minnesota. He's getting it going here on the road in Iowa City.
I knew you had more. I knew you had more. That's why I said it. Carr the drop off, and two downstairs for Brandon Johnson.
And I look for Gabe Kalscheur, 22, to be the difference in whether they win or lose today, shooting the ball and defensively.
24. Nice. Eric Curry with the catch. Now, that young man's been through so much with multiple knee injuries.
In the college basketball world, impossible to stop. You just hope he misses. There you go.
That's two and a foul. The bump. Carr goes to the line for a three-point play.
In a world where everyone sulks, he's determined. They let Zeb Jackson shoot again.
Carr the stop in Minnesota.
Oh, that's an absolute.
And Carr drains the three, so the Big Ten's fourth leading scorer.
Robbins calling for it inside. Johnson, cross court, Carr. 8 to shoot. Deep jump shot, rattles home.
Right on time, right?
Yes. Carr. Marcus Carr down the lane. Finger roll, count it.
Where he can attack, you know, without having to be double.
Yeah, 8 years for Richard Pitino. Yeah. Seems like it has just kind of flown by. Here's Carr now.
Nebraska came out of that in a zone.
And count the basket
didn't
there
make
for
any
Carr.
difference to Marcus Carr.
Yeah, exactly. Bryce McGowan's the highest ranked recruit that Nebraska has signed in the internet era. They turn it over there, and Marcus Carr, along with Isaiah Enan. Here's Carr. Rattles one home and draws the foul.
Stayed at home. So he doesn't have the opportunity.
Carr drives, looking for a foul, didn't get it, but hit a tough shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to really ignite this team with his creativity.
Here's Carr, the leader, 19.4 points a game. Late shot clock. This is when he thrives. Deep three, got it. Boy, youngest guy on either team out there, number 4. And Carr taking it away from Durham. And then going up against Durham and getting it to drop. Here we go again. Carr time, late in the shot clock. That's a 2, but he hits it.
Man. And he'll get it better because he's used to working hard.
Carr again, this time from the other side of the floor.
Oh, Brad Underwood is having to fit. It's the net. Marcus Carr, you see where Cabello was not at home.
Inside Johnson, who lays it in. Good, strong start for Minnesota. It's well over 50% against them, but certainly not the case here today. Here's Carr creating space and hitting. And loose ball again goes to the Wildcats. And now on Dees turns it over. Good defense from Carr. Here's Mashburn in on Bowie, stepping through and laying it in.
Really good hustle right there. Find the open man. Little Euro step there by Mashburn.
Marcus Carr, Minnesota's leader. Step back three, pretty. His 49th triple of the year.
So what he does is drive his hand real hard, and then just pull the ball back on the dribble.
Off the mark for Teddy Allen. Rebound comes down. Carr pushes. And Carr will stop and pop and bury the three. He's hit 2 of those, and Minnesota out in front. Carr looking for his 3rd triple in the first half, and he's got it.
One of the best all-around players in the league.
Three ball doesn't go from Bryce McBride, who is a junior college transfer. And Hauser on the other end gets his first 2.
Aaron Henry only shot 3 times in that game against Eastern Michigan. That's why Tom Izzo said we got to make it a priority to feed him. That time Henry gets the block. Hauser, who has Michigan State's first 4 points. Again, the kick out to Henry, and 1 for Aaron Henry.
From the defender, catches on the move, goes hard, goes with his right off glass. Or Aaron Henry, much more aggressive tonight.
DJ Stewart blocked. Swatted by Henry. That's as fast from one end of the court to the other as anybody he's been around. And now another Duke turnover, and numbers on the break for the Spartans. And Watts again.
We want to make it tougher for Michigan State not only to inbound it, but to get it up the floor.
Henry off to Marble for the dunk. What a night for Julius Marble. On Henry in the team's 5th.
A really nice pass by Aaron Henry in transition, but that is a big-time finish. You know, and when you say an Andre Hudson type player, a lot of Michigan State fans are probably going, hey, he's a long way from Andre.
Henry back on the floor, had it pop out. Oh boy, Goldwire just threw it right back to Henry.
Well, Wisconsin's another really experienced team that's just excellent. I mean,
they're going to count that bucket for Aaron Henry. For Henry after the 2nd foul on Goldwire.
I think the call was fantastic.
Here's Rocket Watts to initiate. Michigan State on a field goal drought. And Henry shoots him out of it. But off to the great 4-0 start. And number 4, Dalen Hamilton, way off the mark. And on the other end, a nice step through and the bounce for Henry, who knocked on wood when he said that. And a block out of bounds. Aaron Henry rejecting Rafael Cruz.
With 9 seconds to shoot, the lefty fires too strong. And on the push for Henry, gets the finger roll finish. And the and 1.
Scoop. And we may be in East Lansing, but let's go to Europe with a little Euro step.
It's been one and done on this end as well. Rebounds have not been there on the offensive end for the Spartans.
Bowie went for the alley-oop to Barron, not to be. And now we're going the other way for Michigan State. Aaron Henry with a clear lane right to the rack.
It just cannot happen if you're Boo Bowie. You have got to make the right play.
First turnover last 14 minutes. Listen to this. Ouch, says the rim.
A good one here in the green and white.
Ford, he had the hot start. He hasn't scored since. He still has 7. Aaron Henry. Contact, count it. Blocking foul.
Gives it up right when Henry needs it. Not too early, not too late. That allowed the defense. They weren't set yet. And how about...
That's the part of his game that you feel like can really elevate this team is on the defensive end. He knocks down a 3 with great ball movement. Kick it to the weak side.
Take a look, not just the passing, how about the spacing? Because Henry flared to the corner, the help was not able to get out. Buried on the defensive end. He doesn't hang his head, cuts hard, and is rewarded.
On Michigan State pushing it. Sean, Nebraska's had a hard time getting organized in transition, and Michigan State takes advantage.
Able to get that little left-handed shot in.
Well, back and forth they go. 2 quick fast breaks. Rutgers doesn't convert, though, so here comes Michigan State. Langford found Henry wide open for 3. The Dome in Indianapolis, a comfortable setting, I think, for Big Ten teams. A good shot block there. Rutgers in transition, can't score. Hoggard back on the floor.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think most teams, and Michigan State will be one of them, I believe. They're going to shorten their bench and their rotation as they go forward.
Ohio State's got to get into their own nice
There's
little
a steal off the inbounds. Henry. 9-point game.
Fred Hoiberg made an emphasis on that with his team in the first matchup between these two teams. In the first half, Michigan State got whatever they wanted on the fast break.
Henry gets the and one off of the pump fake and the 1 dribble pull-up.
You know when Henry's game is flowing because he looks like he's in slow motion. A slight fade on the release.
And then he rips it away with that long wingspan. Here's the push for Michigan State, and Brown with the silky smooth finish. Nebraska forced to call the timeout and a little momentum. Well, Banton still staying in. That's his 3rd personal, by the way. Kick out to Henry for 3, and he just beats the shot clock.
They haven't won a Big Ten since '79, and there's a reason. I mean, they got 5 losses in the league, lost twice to Indiana. Wisconsin, I think, is too old. I think that Michigan can, assuming, now you got to understand about Michigan, they're not practicing, right? They're not, oh, nice pass.
Kithier finishes. That was a good pass.
No, you just don't know, and this is a great leave, and Kithier, I said Foster Loyer Hoggard was on the floor. It should have been Hoggard. Go ahead and grab it and get it back. Last possession.
That was a good pass, and Henry finishes with the dunk. Late shot clock here for Michigan State, up 3 under 10 minutes to go. Big game on both sides. Rocket Watts got cut off. Can they get a shot off? Henry does. In and out and back down in. What a big moment for Aaron Henry.
Loyer in transition. Henry, hard drive on the baseline. Oh, nice look inside and an easy jam for Bingham. Langford. Henry. Inside, nice slip. Kithier, left hand off the window softly.
About his versatility.
40-21, big first half for the Hawkeyes. Henry exploding down the line and bangs it down with the left hand.
He's had 2 good looks. They've missed 7 straight, Indiana. Here we go.
Wow, that was beautiful. Galloping to the rim for a 2. Franklin with 7. Armand Franklin rejected on a mid-range jump shot. Don't see that every day. And a goaltend, all Aaron Henry. Wow.
Really do yourself a lot of good and appreciate what Aaron Henry's about by watching that. Look at his defense by Henry. Terrific the whole time fronting.
Up ahead and a stuff for Bingham.
Elevate a little bit up here in the Kevin Kugler suite.
I must be in the front row.
But you're right, he had a player ahead. They pay it off. And that's how good Aaron Henry is. And this is just a great shot fake. Going to the left.
The road, though, to making March memorable has to start tonight for Michigan State as Henry's floater drops, and so far so good for the Spartans. They're up 5.
Shoot the basketball, and right now Michigan State again being super physical and getting out and running. Oh, the hit ahead for Henry. Well, Aaron Henry getting out in transition. Liddell wants to screen on Brown. Marble goes underneath it, and it's taken away. Here is Henry. 1-on-2, a long step to the rim.
He's the #1 item on the top of their defensive list for the Terrapins, who played great. 0-6 start, Michigan State. Inside, Henry got it to go with a good pass inside. Knocked away, Smith. There's the recipient with a pass right here by this freshman, and well-timed.
Well, sometimes it's quickness that gets you inside.
Step back, Henry. Wiggins there, maneuvering. And it will drop in.
Late shot clock. Jump stop. And a good bucket by Aaron Henry. Back to Henry. It's Aaron Henry time. Driving by Thompson. Stops. Puts it up. 10 straight points for Aaron Henry.
Both ends down the stretch. You don't settle for a contested 3. You play on 2 feet. You jump stop. You see Race Thompson.
Aaron Henry drives drives it down the lane with a statement.
That is big time right there, man. That is big time. They turn the ball over, man. They take that turnover, they go the other way. Here it is right now. Henry up and away, baby. Little jam city. Let me tell you, right there goes down the lane. I mentioned Magic a little bit earlier. My favorite player. Somebody asked me, they said, who would you like to coach?
Watts misses again.
He's going to put pressure on you in the running game. Turnovers.
Steal by Aaron Henry. Now Watts will try and go to the rim.
Only two players to have 2 triple doubles against conference teams in the Big Ten. Ayo and the Magic Man. Oh, nice backdoor Carr. Nice backdoor Carr. That's basketball. Oh, it's great basketball. That's efficient. Watch this here.
Players in the country averaging at least 15 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.3 blocks per game. Henry, there it is.
And against the zone, a good read by him. Had the size to elevate over the guards.
Break down for you. It's always beneficial to have guys that can put the ball on the floor and go create a shot for themselves or for their teammates. And down 20, they're going to need some guys that can go get a bucket against the Buckeyes.
About, in the past, Duane Blair, guys that were wide-bodied that had huge success. There was a Pittsburgh guy, but guys that are that size, but they're wide, can still have a lot of success. And there we see that with Keith. And they run a lot of high pick and roll there. There's no weak side help.
Nice early test for Ohio State. Good drive, and the finish is there too from Washington.
Good action.
For Chris Holtman in that locker room at halftime, as you see Washington knifing his way for a couple of points.
Practice tomorrow and realize you can't leave your hands down no matter where you're at. You got to file the scouting report.
Good pressure by Morehead State. Up ahead, Kyle Young breaking the press. Good look for Washington.
Great action by Ohio State, too. We talked about Ohio State not shooting it great, but when you run great offense and you get your feet set, you usually make it.
Cleveland State, they're going to be suffocating on that side of the floor, really looking to take pride in their defense after their last couple of games.
Here's Washington hitting the three. Good start for the Buckeyes.
Eric Hunter lost it, and there's another careless Purdue turnover. Duane Washington, nifty move, nice finish, and he'll head to the line.
They can do create broken space situations.
Only the third time that Walker has come off the bench in his 2 years at Ohio State. Just a suing nifty move, nice pass to the opposite corner, and barely beating the horn, Duane Washington.
Rutgers can hit you with runs similar to what you can see from Iowa. I know that doesn't sound right, but that is the case.
And Key throwing down the jam off the nice feed from Washington. Okay, trying to track it down and saves it to the Buckeyes. Here's Washington. Alley-oop, and Kyle Young throws it down.
Great hustle by Mulcahy, but it looked like Gio Baker thought the play was done. He's lagging back, and Young beats him.
Not knocking down those looks. They're 1 of 10 behind the arc. Washington will take it inside this time, and he'll go to the stripe.
Put it on the deck, and good things happen when you get to the rim. Duane Washington Jr., Dave, because I've heard other coaches in the Big Ten complain about officiating. You never hear Pico complain about the official.
There's Washington hitting the three. Remember, he is playing with 3 fouls.
Nice job by Latman pushing E.J. Liddell off the box.
Washington Jr. turned around Trevor Lakes, who is defending him for Nebraska, and puts it in.
Oh, I think so. I mean, Big Ten teams would beat each other up. I think the winner of the conference could have 6 or 7 losses, similar to last year's tri-champions.
Oh, Young with the alley-oop.
So now, if you're Chris Holtman, wow, you let guys go.
Washington has hit a couple. That's his third of the half.
The Big Ten. But Duane Washington will not be denied. The Buckeyes right back in it.
Many of them will be near as tall as Miles Johnson.
No, he sticks out in the engineering department. A steal and a pass up ahead of the easy dunk.
Like the floor spacing right now of Ohio State, trying to isolate Kyle Young on the post.
Step back, Washington.
And then Duane Washington Jr. Takes a little ball exchange action. Rutgers slow to respond.
Young grabs it. To your point about the physicality of the Buckeyes as they hit another shot.
They pretty much stole the game in the first matchup against Ohio State, coming back from 7 down.
Good drive and finish by Duane Washington. You mentioned that they stole that game, Northwestern, on December 26th as a three-pointer drops down.
That baseline extended, won't go for Liddell. He also has been very consistent, but needs to play bigger today than normal. And there's an answer from Washington, right on cue.
Championship banners being hung at Mackey. You win at Value City Arena, and you win. I'm sure it's not a coincidence at all.
Not
you
one
win a Big
bit.
Ten championship. Washington trying to make sure they don't get that win in Washington.
And you look, this is just a tough shot. That's all there is. I mean,
Purdue has been a second-half team in this three-game winning streak. See if they can convert again in this second half, although a good start for Ohio State finding E.J. Liddell deep in the block.
8.5 to go in the first. Both of these teams will use some clock. Washington from deep.
To find themselves down 4, certainly well done on the road.
And now defending, but a late three just before the buzzer for Washington.
Duane Washington with a big-time play, shot clock winding down, puts it between his legs and right between the eyes of Isaiah Brockington.
Shot clock down to 6. Washington. Has to hurry. That's a deep three. Got it.
Goodness. He does that so often. This is punishing for the defense. You've done a nice job in the whole set. Just stepping it out a little bit further with a little nylon.
Of all the numbers he's put up this year, what do you got? What do you like the best?
26 points a game I like a lot, but it's his efficiency. He's got the top player efficiency rating in the country.
He needs some wins. They need some wins over quality teams and an opportunity, if they can play well, to pick one up against Carolina. Carolina needs wins as well. Now, tardiness is a whole different story, but he's very punctual, we understand.
Look at him fight Zed Key in there, and Key's really posted up hard.
This guy can grind you down.
There you go.
Offense.
Boy, nothing tougher than that.
That was a pretty good set, though. Just came up empty.
What a pass from Washington, dropping it off for Young. Here he goes. Oh, this time his 5th turnover.
It's only a shame when Duane doesn't have the ball, but he can be defensively minded as well as getting the ability to run out and finish at the rim. Nice little hustle play. Everybody's got a guard on this team.
And it's a 5-point game right now. Washington with a good look, and he'll bury this one.
From the field, just averaging 9 points a game. Far below is almost 14.
Duane Washington answers with a 3. Washington into the lane. Dumps it off for Young, who lays it in.
Basket by Kyle Young.
Senior should know how to play with 3 fouls.
Washington. And the foul. What a move. Strong take there from Duane Washington.
Well, what a game. Have you seen more unorthodox made shots than in this game right here?
It has been a very entertaining.
And he's playing against a guy also who's got 3 fouls. Test it.
Washington and the foul on Sessoms. Sessoms, Duane Washington draining the 3, and Ohio State back in the lead.
Got to get the ball out of Liddell's hands.
Here's Washington on the drive and the foul.
We'll have to deal with Duane Washington. Just a nice job of screening off the help, which would have been Lundy, who could have stepped out, but he's on the wrong side of the defender.
It's the meat and potato guy, Young. You got to keep him off the glass.
Young is not 100%. They go inside. Tough acrobatic basket right there by Washington, as indeed.
He's showing that a Cal. Kid who can make threes, loves to go to his left.
Shot clock at 7 over Brooks. Beautiful hit outside once again.
Some personal exercises.
Outside Washington. Shot clock at 3. Defended by Brown. Takes it right to the rack. Duane Washington with 7.
One of Wagner's great offensive games, excepting contributing beautifully with his passing.
Wagner had the assist on that last play. Up and down it goes. Washington scores again.
Stretching the bigs away from the rim. You can just see collapsing a little bit late, a little tart.
Tom Izzo told us earlier today, since Aaron Henry has dedicated himself to getting to the basket, he's been better as that.
Well, I'd be having fun too, right?
You know, he'd score a heck of a lot more if he was on a different team where he didn't have all those weapons around.
That's a good point. Is on the line today. That could be the result, the outcome of this matchup.
Well, Ohio State wins. They'll be right there for a run for the nice little drive inside for a #1 seed.
Minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Harper wide open, slams it through. Timeout for the Pioneers.
Yeah, if there is any guy on the court right now for Rutgers that Sacred Heart cannot lose track of, it is that young man. Take advantage of that veteran ability and defensive skill.
Kay again with the steal underneath. Up ahead comes Rutgers. Scarlet Knights on the run. Up ahead, jammed through. Ron Harper with a brilliant pass to lead him.
8 rebounds for him.
He has let his presence been felt here early on, and here's Harper to clean it up at the other end.
18 points for Rutgers already on dunks and layups. Again, with that being an emphasis for Rutgers as an area that they need to improve on.
Alley-oop again to Harper, who jams it through. Great pass by Miles Johnson. Terrific feed.
Another alley-oop. Johnson throws it, and Harper
wasn't blocked by Miles Johnson, but he certainly changed the shot. No question. Again, it's Harper who puts it in, and Rutgers feeds to Harper have been magnificent here.
It's slippery out there. That's the second time we've seen a player slip in the last couple of possessions. They get it right back, and Jacob Young, Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Again on the push. Here's Young. He's been there. Harper Jr.
Get out in transition. Ron Harper Jr. Maybe his dad was NBA Jam. He's showing it right now.
29 of the 42 combined between those two players. Harper's going to add to it. And one for Ron Harper Jr. Point in the first half, I did think it was Jacob Young. My quarantine eyes fooled me between those two. Here's the take. Body bucket and one. Ron Harper Jr.
Strong contributors, puts a lot of pressure on you to make plays consistently.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 starters there as Jenkins gets blocked again. Now 10 blocks here for Rutgers tonight. Leads to the easy 2.
Numbers advantage for Rutgers here as they push. Jacob Young. Bang.
Score the goal. Score the goal. That's on you. That's some three-point capabilities as they're trying to get him open.
Shot clock down. Harper Jr. hoists it up and drops it in. He can bail you out late in the shot clock.
And Rutgers, it took him a while to find a response.
Numbers down the floor, a hard charging trip to the basket. Count it, and one for Ron Harper Jr.
This is the layup, and Morcell with a board for Maryland. Morcell end to end. Harper takes it away. Morcell couldn't get it up the second time, and here comes Rutgers once more. Young.
Looks like this one could be very simple.
Mathis scooping that one up. Harper off the fake pass, drives down the lane. He gets the bucket and the foul. A little hoop and harm on the other end.
Care which direction this young man goes, he's finishing with his right. Comes right in front of Galen Smith.
And Duncan Robinson, that's how you close out to him. You fly by him and move him off his spot for the layup.
Mathis snuck in, and more off the ball movement.
Yeah, just a nice diagonal cut. Yasana's feeling you're going to make, go make. But we're not leaving you for another dunk.
Harper catch and shoot. Rutgers first lead from Ron Harper Jr.
Or he just ball screened.
A seal there. Instead, it's pinballed around and taken by Geo Baker. He knew he had cavalry behind, and he got the stop for Harper.
You know what's great about that, man?
Off the bench, had some injury issues early in the year.
Preseason All Big Ten pick. There's Harper. Hits the jump.
Oh, boy. Geo Baker was in Washington's shorts that time. Woo, you talk about good defense.
Long three from Harper that rattles home.
Boy, he gives them such an edge at that point guard position.
They're not going to win the game for Rutgers, but a few minutes here is pretty good.
Toussaint leaning in, denied by Harper. And he cleans up the rebound, and we get a whistle against Iowa. It's going to Rutgers. My goodness.
Measures it, goes straight up, hangs and blocks.
There have been a couple closeouts that have been pretty good for Rutgers, and the threes have gone down anyway. Now the three-point shooting starts. Harper for three.
Back. See, same thing here. See Young in the corner,
yep.
and Harper
wins season last year since 2004. What Steve Pikiell has done to make this a destination is impressive. As Harper stomps it down for the lead. Oh, he just swallowed the rim.
Free throw. Harper comes from the other side all the way around, and oh.
Paul Mulcahy in for Rutgers. Now a nice little up and under move. That was well done.
Action, but Michigan State's doing a good job of staying between their man and the bucket and making Rutgers try to score over. Good pitch back.
Turnover in transition. Yeah, that was beautiful, and Harper makes him pay.
Harper driving in, an emphatic flush of what has been a rough afternoon for that young man.
You can see the frustration from Mulcahy when he missed the first of those two. Here is Harper trying to get going into the lane and gets the roll.
And that's a high IQ, big-time pro move.
Now quickly, Harper gets it to go.
Basket by Ron Harper Jr.
When you step up to the line and direct shots, Dave, it's almost like you don't want to be there anymore.
Whoa! Alley-oop to Harper, and he'll go to the stripe. A Big Ten standout presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Well, I talked about, now that's the Ron Harper Jr. we know. Great set play, rises above.
Mathis got to get something going towards the rim. Harper, long three, and he got it. Ron Harper Jr.
Here is Omori. Great pass over the top and a two-handed jam for Ron Harper Jr. Long rebound. Fennessy tracks it. Fennessy and Harper swats it out of bounds. There's that defense again of number 24.
Rots off the mark. Geo Baker. Nice backdoor, bam! Harper Jr., beautiful no-look pass by Geo Baker to Ron Harper Jr. Ron Harper Jr. dunk from Geo Baker.
Well, that's just no communication that time by Michigan State on the back line. All eyes were on Geo Baker that time. As you see Joey Hauser kind of pointing out.
I believe Northwestern assistant Brian James is one of the kind of the out-of-bounds, a baseline out-of-bounds specialists. Look out! I thought Young was going to finish loose ball or an offensive rebound or a missed layup or a missed defensive assignment like that with Harper taking it to the rack.
The lead in this game with 6:33 to play.
Yeah, great defense that time by Robbins by cutting off the baseline from Johnson.
Pinned by Harper Jr. Lob inside, nicely done. Miles Johnson and Ron Harper Jr.
Big play here, kind of like screen to screen. This time, no, just rolled to the basket.
Picked up two in the first 70 seconds, if you weren't with us. Great find. Oh, Ducore, easy slam.
Some of these jump shots have not looked close.
Laurier with a one-handed flush inside. That stops the 8-0 run.
Has Northwestern back within one.
Well, there was a slight hesitation because the possession before, he didn't.
Oh, Johnson! Break down this one, take you through the entire day in the Big Ten. Northwestern staying in that zone for now. As Young misses, Harper the rebound, and he draws the foul.
Couple possessions here by Northwestern. Great positioning. Now, good bounce there for Ron Harper, but great positioning on this rebound for him.
That could be a COVID pause turnover right there from Franz Wagner.
And that's a blocking foul. They're going to count the basket.
Athletic trainers on these programs, Kevin, they're some of the most important people in the program, and typically they have longevity with each program. Oh, that's a pro move.
Count the
right
bucket
there.
and a foul.
You got to utilize that frame. He doesn't have to offensive foul or anything.
Since 2 days before Christmas, Baker knifing inside to Mulcahy. Back out it goes to Harper. How about 3 from deep for Ron Harper Jr.?
I just think he needed to see some seniors go out on senior day in a good fashion.
Harper will try once more. Harper will hit once more. Now he's feeling it.
Once again, Rutgers looking for Ron Harper Jr.
Indiana down 18 in transition. Durham's 3. No. Long rebound. Young. He's looking to run. The push to Harper to the rim for 2. Ardo, say it with a smile.
Oh, my goodness. 2-on-1 fast break. And it
8 points already. Last 4 games, 16 points combined for Mahan as Walker gets it and rejected by Ron Harper Jr. Here comes Young to the other end, and Young floats it over the front of the rim.
That's what these two bigs do consistently for this Badger team.
And that's a calling card over the last 20 years with this program. If you're not a good passer and you're big, not going to play very much. Right out of the gate, an easy pop for a 3.
He's got to be excited about this start, too. They've done a great job of not playing too fast. Defensively, pretty good defense so far.
And forces that turnover into the hands. 2-on-1 behind the back. Tyler Wall finishes. Nice transition. Ended up being the only 3-pointer made by Green Bay in that first half. And Nate Reavers.
These teams have done a nice job from beyond the arc this year. There's a turnover. Trice read it well. And the heady senior scores it.
Boy. And they know who they are. You know, offensively, they're going to share the ball, work for good shots, as they did on this possession. They're going to defend and they're going to rebound.
Tyler, isn't that the old Reggie Miller, right? Didn't he used to do stuff like that? Sure. Here's Trice. Good looking stroke from 3, and that falls through.
Test. Russell trying to get around Trice. Feeds Mitchell. It's poked away by Trice. Wall on the run out. Trice gives it up. Davison. 3 for his first 3.
What these guys are doing, the energy, the effort they're playing with, it's so much different.
Turnover forced by Dimitri Trice. Trice now launches from 3. Byron buries it.
Great read by Trice there.
Trice can't get the shot off. Shot clock's at 6. Now he does, and he's hit another one. Dimitri Trice with his 3rd 3 in the early going.
Now you're starting to see the Badgers get into rhythm. They're getting comfortable, and they're making shots like that.
Dimitri Trice so comfortable in the lane.
Trice again. He has scored 11 of the last 15 for Wisconsin.
Cover right here. Now you draw in the help. Quick pass out. Trice feet set. Langford just a little bit too late.
You're not going to get a much better look than that.
Trice going to work on the perimeter, and Trice gets to the rim.
Look at Trice first, though. He got Dante Scott on an island.
7 first-half points for Trice on the heels of his 29-point performance against Michigan State. Here's Anderson's 3, and that rattles home.
Boy, that was a great skip pass by Dimitri Trice.
With 17 tonight.
Fires the 3. Oh, Dimitri Trice with a huge 3 to bring the Badgers within 1.
Davis popping free for a good look from 3. Long rebound to Potter. Here's Trice off the fake. Finds Davis on the baseline. By the big man. Booth Gotch has his pocket pick. Here comes Trice to the other end, and Trice with an easy 2.
That's a really poor play by Booth Gotch. Just a sloppy play. Booth Gotch mishandling the ball, and now Dimitri Trice going to waltz in for an uncontested layup.
Reavers the handoff to Trice. Step back 3 for Trice is good. He's got 14, and all of a sudden Dimitri Trice starting to heat things up here in Madison.
It's like the mix of the old school, like cream color, which I know Indiana fans will appreciate, and then the script. I really like the script.
Yeah, I like that as well. Oh, nice.
I like that pass there, right there from Trice, getting it down to Potter.
Watch Michael Potter. Dimitri Trice holds it just long enough so that he can free himself at the rim.
That one goes down. Dimitri Trice, 44%.
Jackson Davis out of the post. He makes the right play. And in fantasy, all right, this is Dimitri Trice time right here.
See him running off the screen, and he comes back to get it. Firing away. And knocks it down. Wisconsin's in front. Trice comes up clutch again.
Repost. Potter did not give ground. Forced Dickinson uncomfortable about 5 more feet. Trice never shifted to the right hand, just one-handed all the way, scooped it in. The difference in shots on both sides, there's a good play by Aline Ford, but is astonishing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
They could use Jim Spanarco out there. Look at that backdoor cut by Trice and uses the left hand.
Yeah, coming off a break. It's a nice set from the outside. So you take a look, watching the right side, little up. You come up towards the ball. Your defender thinks you're going to come and almost either do a weave or a handoff.
Here's Trice for 3. Yes.
You know he's going to be a factor. Take a look out front. He just steps behind that screen. You go behind the big guy, and you're going to get lost. A guy like Trice is just going to bury it on you. See there, Young getting caught up. Not much of a screen, but just enough to get the interference.
And looking for their first win here at the Rack since joining the conference. And Trice with another triplet.
So you try to get Trice involved with the taller player who's down. His knees are a little bit bent and locked to touch. Hard for him to react to a guy who just knows what he's going to do. Knows where he wants to go, and quick release. That is a quick release.
Leading scorer, Dimitri Trice, 15 a game. Cross-court skip, Davison. Pretty pass, pretty shot.
The rebound, he's also the team's leading scorer with 6 points. Trice scoreless until now against the defender body-wise, so way too easy unless you're going to run a second guy to the blocks on him.
Trice with a left-hand finish. Team points, 11 rebounds for Wisconsin. Still looking for their first points of the second half, which Trice provides. Soon to turn of the quarter, and Trice navigates off the miss with the basketball. Wisconsin hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and Trice changes that. He'll go to the line for a chance at one more after the foul on Curbelo.
Out about Curbelo. Standing up a little bit, just the inside-out move. Now he's chasing Trice down.
Trice, 7 to shoot. Oh, a little hesitation, gets to the rim, count the bucket, he'll go to the line. 7 to shoot for the Badgers. Davison, the skip to Trice. He'll launch from deep and he'll hit. Dimitri Trice, he's got 6, and the Badger lead is 10. Davis rather.
Take ball revert, you swing it. Nice utilization of the skip pass. And Trice does his work while the pass is in the air. Watch him get his feet set right there. Boom. Catch it, rhythm hop, perfect rotation. That's the result.
Rebound hauled down by Tyler Wall. 9th consecutive start. Came off the bench early on. Look at the weaving and driving of Trice, who gets the shot on the fly to go for Wisconsin. The #1 defensive team in the conference in terms of points allowed. #2 in field goal percentage. Trice dancing. Again, Dickinson there to go right into the big man. Got to go. Pretty play by Dimitri Trice. #3. Wisconsin, #21.
If you want to play at this level, you got to have that shot.
Well, you can play the NBA level. The way they use their big people to step out. I'm not saying he's going to be a star, but I'll tell you right now, he definitely belongs on some roster.
That 3 will help Wisconsin.
What a terrific kid. You look about courage. He battled thyroid cancer. And his friend, he wears the number in his memory. Boston Trader. Just a tremendous guy.
Another 3 for Trice. Now late shot clock. Davison to Trice, catch and release. Yes, nothing but the bottom of the net for Dimitri Trice, the senior leader.
Miller Kopp continued to try to handle, didn't have the handle, got to take it.
And a beautiful pass inside. Dimitri Trice doing what Dimitri Trice does.
Advantage of the turnover, and Dimitri Trice threaded the needle down Main Street to Micah Potter.
He had a couple early today, but my goodness, as Coach said, he's alpha.
Trice for three.
Says beating Cockburn and got him in foul trouble. There it is. You're going to see switch right there. Here comes another one.
Trice knocks down another three. It's a three-point game.
So you got to go.
Oh, yeah, down to 20 seconds now. Trice over Frazier. He got another one. Dimitri Trice, wow.
That's what I'm saying. He is so hot, and that's why I thought maybe foul when it was 35 seconds.
Clean inbound to Trice. Dimitri Trice heaves up another one. Oh, no way! Now, let's see if his foot was on the line. Right now, it looks like it's a 2 on the call.
Amazing. He shot 22% from 3 coming into tonight, and now Potter dunks it home with a foul.
Because you don't have to be locked into Wheeler. And then how about this pass? Dimitri Trice.
That's the only good news for Wisconsin is that happened fast. Wall will try to drive past Williams. Good defense. Trice, little shot fake wide open. 3 is good for Trice. Back to a 2-point game.
Sorry for being so loud. I was like, Frank, I think you should enjoy this in his last home game. First points of the game for Wisconsin's leading scorer, Dimitri Trice.